We need to keep Hank
away from children.
No, we need to keep feeding him souls. I don't think we would like Hank if he needs his fix.
Yeah, he is going to get grumpy in about 20 minutes.
All right, so I hop on the hippo and he tiptoes stealthily down the tunnel.
All right, you're using your bonus action to be stealthy. Go ahead and roll a d20 plus 6 to see how stealthy you can be.
On today's Pardon My Take, it's Dungeons and Dragons. We are back with our guy, Timm Woods. An awesome, awesome episode with special guest Wonton Don. We did not. Nick is going to come back and do Dungeons and Dragons with us. He was out this week. Wonton Don was a great fill-in. It might just be Nick and Donnie next time with us because it was that great. So much fun with him. And guess what? We changed it up this time. We decided that we were going to get along and try to complete a mission. So no infighting, trying to kill each other. We're trying to complete a mission, and it was so much fun. PFT, my Rhoback question before we get started.
Hit me.
Use promo code TAKE, 20% off your first purchase, Rhoback.com. Joggers, Q-zips, polos, shorts, which I wore all week in Pinehurst. Love the shorts. Super comfortable shorts. Go buy them right now at Rhoback.com. Use promo code TAKE, 20% off. My question for you, PFT, you had to leave for like the last 10 minutes. Do you think we got along the whole time?
I think that we did. I think somebody, if I were to guess, because there's always going to be a little bit of bloodlust about somebody wanting to kill Hank. And we did want to kill Hank many times during the episode, but we held off. I think Hank might have caught a stray. Maybe we put Hank in a dangerous situation after I left.
Yes, so the ending was great for many reasons. A lot of twists and turns. So go to Rhoback.com while you're listening to this episode. Use promo code TAKE, 20% off all the best gear out there. And Dungeons and Dragons, it's back, baby. Okay, let's go. Okay, it is time. One of our favorite times every few months. It is Dungeons and Dragons time, and we have Timm Woods back with us.
To be here.
Dungeon Master Extraordinaire. Very excited what we're going to get into today. He actually just told us he's been recognized a few times, so that makes us happy because it means people are watching.
Shout out to all the AWLs who have come up to me on the street. Keep doing it. Keep saying hi. I always appreciate it.
Yes.
It's always nice sort of hanging out with people, and then I get to brag about it. So awesome.
You should keep some die on you just to roll for
Absolutely,
random...
100%. Yeah.
All right,
if you come up to me on the street, I will roll a D20 because I will probably have one on my person, definitely.
If you get a 20, you get to kiss Tim.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. 100%.
That wasn't a no.
That wasn't a no.
We have a very special episode for you. We're in the green screen room, so go watch on YouTube, effects and everything. It is Hank, PFT, myself, and Donnie for the first time, the Wonton Don on the show.
Absolutely.
Clap it up. No one's gonna clap.
I mean, I love Donnie. Donnie knows that.
No, Hank and them, and no clap. All right, I'm going to clap for you. Okay, so before we get into it, we're going to start a whole new dungeon. What do you call it again?
A new adventure.
A campaign.
We will be playing a new adventure.
Okay, so we're going to start a new campaign. So if you don't know what happened the last one, it's okay. This one stands alone. Mm-hmm. Now, we have had discussions before we did this episode between Hank, PFT, and myself, and now Donnie as well, that we are going to do our best to truce.
Listen, I promise not to kill Hank unless Hank does something that makes me have to kill him, which he might do.
Okay. I am promising that I will truce fully. I will not attack anyone. I want to try to get as far as we've ever gotten where we don't get sidetracked. We've done the kill and fuck your dead body and then reanimate you and then fuck that body and then put it inside of a dragon and then fuck the dragon. We've done all that.
That does sound fun.
Yeah, fuck.
I mean, the way you just put it.
Okay, we're going to try. We're trying our best.
I'm not going to attack Hank. I'm not going to attack anybody that's in my party. But if Hank does something that's like he really has it coming, it's going to be tough for me not to.
Yes, we're going in with the best intentions. Yes. And what does it say? The best
I am dressed nicely today.
Wait, but Hank, you haven't also promised to not attack us.
I have. I was the one that started this. I want to have fun with my friends and just go on a nice adventure together.
Yeah,
Okay.
usually, Donnie, how it goes is Hank does something really annoying, or Billy, and then we just have to fucking kill him.
Okay. Well, if shit goes south, we can always turn on Hank, as long as it's not me.
No. Wrong.
Donnie really took that first truce to heart.
Well, you can tell the
You
way
are
that-
right. You're
I
right.
mean,
You're
this
right.
is a good fit for the group ultimately. at the
Hank's
end of the
giving.
day.
Hank's also giving a big time fake truce right off the bat. If you heard the voice, the tone that he used,
Yeah, I agree.
you can
All
tell
right.
that he's not going into this.
This
with
is
the best
crazy.
intentions.
This is crazy. This
is
is
true.
this
Okay,
is
but no,
gaslighting,
right here,
Tim.
that
This is
Okay,
what I
well,
deal with on a
here's-
daily
here's-
basis.
I think this is
I
what
say
we
I want to
can
have
say.
fun, and they say that means you
Hank-
don't want to have fun. And
Hank and I are
yada,
having
yada,
a truce.
yada.
I'm truced. I'm
What
truced up.
PFT does on my behalf, I can't control.
I'm truced out.
Okay. All right, so Tim, let's take it away. Where do you want to start?
Absolutely. I will say, as per usual, this adventure I'm about to run for you all is the adventure that I have been running for all the AWLs who have been reaching out to me asking to play games. So every time a group of AWLs reaches out, I got to give them an adventure I haven't already run for you guys, but I tell them that this adventure we're about to do, the Necromancer of Lance Rock, is the adventure that I'm going to be running with you guys next. And every one of the AWL groups who has gone through this adventure has gotten to the end and finished it. But I also told them I wasn't sure if you guys would or not. No. So the record has been set. The PR has been set by the fans. And so if we can beat it.
So did anyone who played, say the name again?
The name of the adventure is The Necromancer of Lance Rock.
The Necromancer of Lance Rock. Did any of the AWLs who played it and got to the end, did they have a Hank?
They did not. Well,
Okay, so
I
that's
shouldn't
the
say
wrinkle.
none
Yeah.
of them
Yeah.
didn't have a Hank. So
Yeah.
one or two of them definitely had their Hanks.
Wait, when you say the name, the Necromancer, we just got done saying how we're not going to fuck anybody's corpse, and it sounds like this campaign is heavily geared towards having sex with dead bodies.
On
So
like a
the-
sick rock.
I will say that in this adventure, there are going to be our share of undead and corpses. What you do with those corpses is largely up to you.
It's the ultimate test of our
Don't
truth.
tempt us with
Absolutely,
your time.
100%.
We do
if you
work
can
on
make
the
it to the
dibs
end through
method,
all
so.
these
Okay.
juicy corpses, we will see. But we have a new player joining us, and Donnie, your character is going to be the one introducing us to this quest. Since you are the new character who is joining, you're going to be our kind of hook into this adventure. Because all of these travelers have been on many different adventures, but they haven't visited your village yet of Lance Rock. Since you're a new character, we're going to say that your character has been living in the village of Red Larch for quite some time, and you know about the nearby landmark of Lance Rock. You know it because it was dropped there by a dragon a long time ago. Lance Rock is a hill known for having this standing stone sort of sticking out of the top at a weird angle, and you know a long time ago a dragon essentially threw that rock at a wizard. The wizard deflected it, and it landed on this hillside, and ever since then, there has been a dragon tomb there for a long time. Now, you are a ranger, somebody who travels across many lands across the wilderness. Donnie, you get to name your ranger whatever you want. If you don't have a name right now, no worries, but when you have a name, feel free to shout it out. We've all named
you
our
think?
I'll
characters.
be Gorgamul.
Gorgabool. Absolutely. Gorgabool, the ranger. I love it. Now, rangers come in different varieties, and I'll just ask real quick. The two very good races for a ranger would be deep gnomes, who are these short... Erlich is actually a rock gnome. Deep gnomes come from deep within the earth, and also wood elves make great rangers as well. Do you have a preference between either of those?
Are there any aquatic rangers?
Ooh, Tritons would be people like merfolk who come from the oceans.
Merfolk.
And so you could be an aquatic type ranger if you were a Triton, perhaps.
Okay. Now, will we be encountering any water on this expedition?
No, I'll tell you right now, not
Okay,
too much
all
water
right.
on this particular
Not unless we
adventure.
turn a dragon on real
Not
good.
unless, we
Yes.
find some, yeah.
Okay, then I'll be the ranger that comes from underground.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Deep Gnome Ranger would be a great choice. So you are a Deep Gnome Ranger, very maneuverable, extra stealthy, that means. And Rangers, in theory, can specialize in ranged combat with the bow or getting into hand-to-hand combat with their double swords. Do you have a preference between either of those?
Double swords.
Double swords, absolutely.
Akimbo.
And then
Akimbo
last
Don.
question. As a ranger, you can either specialize in being a hunter and taking down monsters or having a pet animal. Would you have a preference between either of those?
Ooh, I mean, that really depends what the pet animal is going to be.
You get to pick whatever you want. It can be a wolf, can be a giant cat.
Hippo?
Can it be a
Hank
hippo?
actually has his own pet. You have Lola
Yeah.
the imp,
Yeah.
but you also get a pet. It's just not an imp. It's some sort of forest animal or aquatic animal,
like
whatever
hippo.
you want.
I like hippo.
Can it be a hippo?
It can be a little hippo.
That's
yeah,
like your
100%.
own personal tank.
Absolutely.
Fiona the hippo from Cincinnati.
Okay, yeah, she's very cute.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got this baby hippo, and you know
What's the
that
hippo-
wait.
what's the hippo's
trolling.
name?
Yeah,
I
what's
can't
the-
do
what's
much with a baby hippo. I need a full-grown one.
You know what? You've got a young hippo, but it's
A
not
teenage
a baby.
hippo.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
teenage hippo,
All right,
100%.
yep.
What's the hippo's name?
We're gonna go mode.
Ooh, I love that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you're a dual
You should do
wielding.
maybe like a old school prank. You have like a few hippos, mean, median, and mode, and it was like, where the hell did the other hippos go?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, hippo 1,
Arithmetic
hippo
humor.
2,
Yeah, right.
and hippo 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're all looking for hippo 3 the whole time.
What were you gonna say, Hank? Did you have something you
hippo
want to
mode.
say?
No, I love Mode the hippo.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say, Tim, you can get a little closer to the mic.
Oh, that was what you were
100%.
gonna say.
Absolutely.
By the
yeah.
way, also we should just say Hank is. If you were listening on the podcast, you should watch on the YouTube. Hank's dressed like he's got a purple wizard's outfit.
Merlin.
PFT's got a deflated dragon.
I'm riding the deflated dragon. It comes with a battery pack, but when I turn it on, it gets on the mic. Here, I'll switch it on for just a second and re-up on my dragon.
Yeah, I'm dressed as Maui from Moana and Donnie, or sorry, Garbagool.
Gorbagool.
Ooh, I kind of like Garbagool.
Garbagool. All right, let's do it. Absolutely.
Okay.
Garbagool is dressed like a knight.
Garbagool.
Yeah, a knight, and Max was the one who put this costume on me, so it's currently
Little
falling apart.
Garbagool.
Yeah, Big Cat's actually just dressed as Max with tattoos.
Pretty much.
Big Cat's doing orange body right now.
I might have picked a more heavily armored fighter knowing that would be your costume, but as a traveler of the world, Ranger is definitely the most fitting class for you, for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And as someone who hunts dragons and the undead on a regular basis, you know that we are in danger because you have heard that near Red Larch, near the village of Red Larch, near this landmark of Lance Rock, where there are caves underneath this hillside, there was this dragon laid to rest. But recently, people have been going missing near Lance Rock, and their bodies haven't been turning up. Rumor has it, because a bunch of kids essentially like rode their bikes essentially over to Lance Rock, and only 3 of the 5 kids made it back. They reported that they saw a signpost outside of a cave that said, "Ye who seek your deaths, enter and face the necromancer of Lance Rock." And if there's a dragon's body and a necromancer, someone who is known to raise the dead as their undead minions, then that is a bad combination. You hunt
Very
undead
bad.
and dragons, and if you have an undead dragon you need to deal with, that's a big problem.
Yeah, I've seen Game of Thrones.
100%, exactly
Yes, it
right.
can get ugly.
You know you're going to need a team for a mission like this,
Wait,
and luckily
so
you've
he-
assembled a team.
He can fight dragons and undead, but not undead dragons.
No, he was actually be the most equipped
Okay,
to
I
fight
can.
undead
Okay,
dragons.
got it.
But
I'm gonna
you
need
know
my
what?
friends.
Yeah,
An
yeah.
undead dragon is so powerful that you would need
Got
your
it.
friends by your side. So you've recruited this team, and you are ready to head to Lance Rock. Our adventure would begin at the mouth of this cave, but anybody on their turn could say they're doing their turn back at Red Larch if you feel like there's a reason to either gather supplies or talk to people in town or like try to gather other information, but the action really begins at the cave. So I will ask if everyone would like to go around and do their first roll of the game. This D20 roll will determine initiative order, who will go first. So if everyone rolls a D20,
Is what I roll?
I got a 4.
a 4 for Ehrlich. Now, Ehrlich, you have a +2 on that, so you get a total of a 6.
I got a 7.
A 7, and you have also a +2 on this, so you get an 8.
I got a 3.
Or a 9, Wayne.
I got a 9.
Now, you actually roll 2 times Norm the Barbarian, because as a barbarian, you get a bonus to your initiative called Feral Instincts.
5.
5.
So-
What was the first
9.
roll? 9. So we'll take the 9. You have a +2 on that, so that's an 11 for Norm. And how did you do?
I rolled a
Garbagool?
3.
A 3.
one for
Ooh, I'm sorry to
Garbagool.
say you have.
Garbagool.
Well, you have a 3 on that, though, so you'd be going right after Ehrlich, it looks like.
Okay.
And that is a Gargabool. Gargabool, the Ranger. Excellent. Gargabool, no worries. You'll get to see the others in action, and then your turn will be the final turn.
Okay.
But I will point out that right now you're the best at navigating us through the forest. So either way, I imagine you'll be the one leading us to Lance Rock to get us to this landmark without any danger. But Norm, you were up first. You could do your turn at the cave and see what's going on there, or you could do your turn back in town.
Yeah, let's check out this cave.
Absolutely. You get to this cave, and when you arrive, I will say that you, with your perception, are just barely able to tell that outside the cave, you can kind of see over the trees, the top of the cave up ahead, but you can hear there are creatures outside the cave that are talking. Now, necromancers deal with the undead, and undead typically don't do a lot of talking. So whatever these creatures are, they're speaking a language you do not understand. One of them sounds really big. One of them sounds very small.
Okay, I'd like to grab both of them by the neck.
Now, you haven't seen them yet. Would you like to approach them and
Yeah,
burst
yeah,
out of
I'll
the woods?
approach them first.
Absolutely. As soon as you approach them, you burst out of the woods. Doesn't sound like you're being sneaky about this.
No.
So they immediately turn to look at you, and you realize why one of them sounds big. He's an ogre. This ogre stands almost to the height of the cave. He turns, whoa, as he looks in your direction, and you realize riding on his shoulder is a teeny tiny little goblin. She has her hair pulled back in a ponytail, and she has an eye patch on. She goes, and she draws her short bow and knocks an arrow and points it at you. The ogre lifts up what you thought was a dead tree. It's his club, and he begins marching towards you. Gobra!
Okay, am I bigger than the ogre?
You are not bigger than the
Okay,
ogre.
all right, so
I'm sorry to
let's
say.
transition here. Maybe just a quick like, hey, what's up, guys? I didn't, no
Absolutely.
big deal. I wasn't trying to start a fight. I just was wondering what
You got a
all the-
light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check on this ogre and goblin.
12.
12. And now, can I ask, do you have the intimidation skill by any chance on your sheet?
Intimidation skill. I do. I have +1.
Now, this is not intimidation. This is persuasion because you're trying to be nice to them.
Yep.
And based on that +1, and you're trained in that, that tells me your persuasion is actually a -1 on that. So with an 11, I'm sorry to say that the goblin stops for a second. They look at each other, and they're going right back to fighting you. They are about to open fire. Unless you want to try again with your bonus action, or you could try something else with your bonus
I think
action.
now I have to fight them.
You could try to fight them now. I would say you can have shouted to them with your bonus action, and now you can swing at them with your weapon if you want, or you can try to talk again.
We can't turn around. We have nowhere to turn around to. This is the beginning.
Oh yeah, so
we
let me
gotta
fuck them
push
up.
forward.
Yeah, you know what? I would like to fuck them up though in a way that we can figure out what they're talking about. So maybe like a beautiful form tackle and just hold them down.
Absolutely.
Like
you could do a grapple check.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Kinda, yeah, like hold him in a headlock, not like Zuckerberg when he got knocked out and
Absolutely.
unconscious, but
Not
like
choked out. He did not get choked out.
Well, he got a little choked out.
He did not.
We
for
don't
the
want to
record,
choke him out at all.
He did not get choked out.
I want him to just be totally neutralized, and they're like, "All right, we understand. Sorry, we'll talk."
And are you trying to do this to the little goblin or to the big ogre?
I think the big ogre. I think I
Absolutely.
got to go for the big guy.
All right, I'm going to roll for the big ogre then, and you're going to need to try to beat whatever the ogre gets. Oh, the ogre rolled really bad. He only got a 2. He has a +4 on this, though, so you still got to beat a 6.
Okay.
And you get to roll once because you're not raging yet.
17.
17, absolutely.
Great
Plus
number.
your athletics bonus, you get the ogre in a headlock. The ogre starts roaring. I'm going to see how upset he is about this. He is very upset right now. He doesn't understand that he should probably be surrendering right now. His face is getting really red, but the goblin drops her short bow. She pulls out a knife and she tries to hold it to your neck right now.
Okay.
Do you say anything to her or do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna just grab the knife and flip it and be like, "You're a little bitch."
I will let you attempt to do that, but now you are trying to maintain your grip on the. She only got a total of a 5 on that. But you have disadvantage on this because you got one arm around the ogre. So roll 2 times and take the lower number this time.
Boy.
9 is already enough. So if you can just not do worse than a 9.
12.
12,
Nice.
you're doing fine. You flip the knife on her. You grab her knife, so you got one knife at her throat, arm around the ogre's
What a
neck.
move.
The two of them are like really impressed. They're looking at each other like, who the fuck is this guy? And that is an amazing first turn right there, Norm. I'm gonna roll to see when these two are going. They are not going until after Gargable's turn. So we've got some time before these two get a chance to do anything.
Are you like
Wayne,
the muscle of our
I am
group?
the muscle. I'm Norm,
Absolutely.
the human barbarian.
The barbarian
Okay.
is the muscle.
Smash shit.
Okay.
You're kind of the skills. He's the face of the group,
talking
and
to
you're kind of like
PFT,
the
yeah.
evil face a little bit. You're both.
Well, the
kind
guy
of
we don't
face.
trust.
needs that, yeah.
Yeah,
the guy we don't
the
trust, we'll
wild
have to
card,
kill.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe an
Who's the
asshole.
brains, though?
It's
you
a
have any
combo.
brains?
We're hive-minded
It's a
brains.
combo
Okay,
of
have
PFT and Hank have good brains.
Also, when
PFT's
Jake
more
the
just the
Wizard
face.
was here, he was kind of the brains.
He's
a little
kind of the
bit.
front man.
Yeah, I'm just so good looking. I tell you what I'd like to do.
Absolutely.
I would like
to,
some help. Just throw this out there.
Yeah, so I'd like to do hideous laughter on them. I want to make fun of them. I want to go up to the two of them, the ogre and the goblin, and be like, "You're not him."
Absolutely.
Like, look at you. You look like you're giant. You look like you can fight. You're not him. You're just not him.
100%. Would you be trying to make the ogre laugh or the goblin laugh? You get to
We're
pick
trying to make
one of
us
them.
laugh,
Unfortunately, you
right?
can't pick both.
I want to make my boys laugh, but I want to
You're
also
trying to make them cry.
I want to insult them. I guess that might be vicious mockery.
That's
then,
more
right?
vicious
Okay, I want
mockery. You're
vi-
absolutely right. 100%.
Okay, vicious mockery. I'd like to mock them.
Absolutely. This targets one person. Do you target the goblin? This could be enough to kill the goblin. Or would you target the ogre?
How much damage could I do to the ogre?
You would deal 2d4 damage to the ogre, but this ogre is built like a brick shit house. He looks like
not
he has
him.
over
But I'm
50 hit
not-
points.
I already
He's
have
not
him in a
him.
fucking
He's
head.
not him.
Yeah.
It's true.
tough, yeah.
It's true. He's clearly not as skillful as some of the warriors.
If we were to
are.
only keep one of them, who has more information, you think? Or who's more likely to
You know
spill?
automatically the brawn of this operation is the ogre, the brains
You know
is the
the answer.
goblin.
That was a hurtful question. The fat guy always has the least amount of information.
Yeah, but sometimes they give it up easier. You starve them out for like a day, and then they'll give up anything.
But if I make fun
Ogre
of
would
the,
have a worse saving throw. It's true.
if I make fun of the big guy, he's probably got like a tiny little ego that he's like.
true.
He's built himself up.
He
he
would be
lifts
easier
weights.
to affect.
Yeah, yeah. I want the information from the small one.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to insult the ogre.
Absolutely. You insult the ogre. He has a -2 on this saving throw. And he got a 14, which would have been enough. But with a -2, a 12 just barely fails against your vicious mockery
Okay,
spell.
yep.
You get to roll 2d4s.
Okay.
And we're going to see how much damage this guy takes. That's a 3 so far. And a 2. So the ogre.
It's not a 3.
You're absolutely right. 100%. Thanks for catching that. 6 damage on the ogre. Well done. You can tell the ogre still has something close to 50 hit points left. But what do you say to insult him?
I just tell him he's not him.
You say, you're not that
Yeah.
guy. You're not him.
Yeah, you're not that guy, pal.
Absolutely. He starts bleeding out of his nose. His eyes cross. And goes, me that guy. Me that. Me him. Me Mogra. And he's looking around and you see the goblin go, you Mogra. But she's kind of shrugging like, he's right. You're not him.
Yeah.
though."
And so I insulted him from his girl.
You see the ogre's shoulders slump and he gives up on trying to break free of Norm's grip. Well done.
Not one of them ones.
Absolutely. Now that's your action and your move to approach these two. You still have your bonus action, and you could use it to inspire anybody in your party if you wish.
You know what? I want to gas my boy Hank up. Ehrlich.
Ehrlich.
You're Ehrlich, right?
Ehrlich.
Okay, yeah, I want to gas my boy Ehrlich up. I want Ehrlich to just absolutely dominate. I want him in a good mood.
Absolutely. What do you say to inspire Ehrlich, who's coming in behind you?
I say, listen, hey Ehrlich, I don't care what everybody else says about you. I think that you're pretty cool, and you're not lame, and you're not very killable.
Would you?
I definitely don't want to murder you.
What about the thing you said to me earlier?
No, but I don't
before?
care what everybody else says.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a private conversation.
Sorry.
Thanks, Wayne.
I'm a barbarian. I'm not very smart.
Yeah, you got this, bro.
Ehrlich, you
Thank
feel
you.
very inspired by that.
Yes, I do. That's exactly what I needed to hear.
Absolutely. And
Really
if,
reassured me on this journey.
at any point,
I don't like your tone.
if
Just so
you
you know.
if you feel like you got close but not quite on a d20 roll, you can now add a d8 to any one of your d20
welcome.
rolls.
That's
You have
huge.
harsh
You're
welcome.
inspiration.
Huge.
And Ehrlich, we are up to you. What would you like to do next?
I would like to use my skill and investigate the gnome.
The new gnome who has joined our party.
Oh no, the
goblin. The goblin
Sorry.
who we
My
are fighting
apologies.
against.
My
Absolutely.
apologies.
The ogre has given up. This goblin with the eye patch and her spiky ponytail, you can go up and you can make an investigation check. What are you hoping to learn? Are you hoping to learn like what she's thinking or what she's hiding?
Maybe she
I
likes
think
any of
we
us.
probably need to know about what's kind of ahead, or what, if we're trying to go through them, what are we going through to?
Absolutely. You could use investigation to just look ahead, but if you're trying to look at her and see what she's hiding, that would be insight. You have
Or
the
should we?
insight skill.
Do we need to know about this undead warrior? Do you think? Do you think they know?
The missing kid too.
Or there's 2 missing kids,
There are
right?
2 missing
Two
kids.
missing kids.
5 kids left. 3 came back.
Can we take her with us?
In like a
She
cage.
hasn't agreed to come with us, but you could go up to her and make an intimidation or persuasion check to get her to come
Or
with
maybe,
us.
maybe see if she likes any of us like more than a friend.
That would be insight to find out what she's thinking.
Or
I
just
could
if she
kill
wants
this
to ride.
ogre when it comes back to my turn and just take the little goblin, or we could take them both. Maybe we just do a little sweetness.
Let's find out what they know first and see if it's
okay,
valuable
all right,
to have
all
them
right,
with us,
yeah.
or
I
if
don't
they're
want
just
to bring
gonna.
the ogre. He's just going to slow us down.
Then
Yeah.
I can fuck him up. If he slows down, we'll eat him for meat. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
It's got a lot of
Let's
meat.
find out what they know about the kids. It's all about the kids.
Absolutely. Would you like to use
Some things.
That's
persuasion
important.
to ask them, or would you like to use insight to see like what they're thinking?
Most of your arguments online are just you're thinking about the kids, protecting the kids.
Yeah, it's all
that's
about
why
the kids.
that's why you are the way you are.
Some things are bigger than dragons.
Let me ask, what skills do you have under skills?
I have Arcana, History, Intimidation, Investigation, Persuasion, and Stealth.
You could use persuasion or intimidation to get them to spill the beans on
Let's
what
do
they
intimidation.
know.
Let's go the
Absolutely.
old school way.
Since they're already pretty scared, you have advantage on this. Roll 2 times and take the higher number.
That would be a 6. Is the number
The
on the
dot is at the bottom.
That's a
kind
6.
of,
Great
yeah.
number. And a 1.
Oh, okay. We'll ignore the 1, but with the 6 plus what's your persuasion or intimidation
though.
bonus? Plus 5?
Plus 6.
Plus 6. Okay. With the 12, you're gonna get them to answer 1 question, but only 1
Great turn,
question.
Hank.
Yeah, good job, Hank.
What do you want to know from the goblin? First of all, she does it. Listen. Hold on. Big mistake. My name Yika. He Mogra. We treasure hunters. No fight, please, no fight. What do you say to her?
Is the dragon? Do you know anything about the dragon? Is the dragon alive?
Dragon? Oh, they say dragon buried inside of this cave. We hear roaring when we outside of here. Mogra get real scared. He big baby. I tell him go inside. We find real good treasure. If dead dragon in there, maybe not so dead anymore.
Didn't we know the dragon was dead?
We thought the dragon was dead, and we
We're
had
just
every
starting a
reason to
file
think it's
in case we have to kill Hank.
Now it might be
reasons
undead.
why
We just
he
found out
screwed
it's
up.
alive.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just starting mental
It's
file.
not alive.
All right,
it's
if you're
undead.
Yeah.
It's undead, so it's like.
Listen, we're good, we're good.
Can we find out who's on the dragon's flight logs? Because he's got 2 kids buried underneath the ground.
That's
there.
true. 3.
2 kids.
We have 2 missing
Two
kids
missing
that
kids.
are
Missing kids.
unaccounted for that might be somewhere in this
It's a
cave.
good question, Hank.
Unfortunately,
This
no
dragon-
bodies were found.
This dragon is Epstein. I'm pretty sure. He's dead, not dead, nobody knows.
And it does seem like nobody knows whether it's alive or dead, but they did hear a dragon roaring, and this dragon hasn't been seen in dozens, if not hundreds of years, so it would be very surprising if it was still alive, but it is making noise in some capacity. And so they tell you that, and they're not
that's good to
looking.
know,
The
I guess,
goblin
yeah.
is not looking to fight either. It seems like both the ogre and the goblin have kind of surrendered to us with that turn. Erlich, as a bonus action, you could place a hex on one of these enemies, or you could say one more thing to them. What would you like to do?
Ask about the kids.
I'd say you could ask one more question with
Maybe
your
ask
bonus
if the
action.
dragon's dead or not again.
No, because that's like a trick question.
Are you sure the dragon?
Have you seen any kids?
They say, yes! We saw 5 kids come by the other day. One of them, zombie, come out from behind tree. Grab kid, pull him behind tree. Then we hear running things come out of cave. Run after other kid. Drag him back. Much faster than zombies, whatever they are.
Whoa.
So we got zombies and some track stars.
Yeah, some super fast zombies.
Now, that is the information you are learning, Erlich. Unless I did not ask, would you have used your bardic inspiration to try to get more information out of them?
No,
You have a
I'm
bardic-
out of good questions. I think we'll save that.
You can
I
save
can save
that
it, right?
bardic
Yeah.
inspiration. Absolutely. That will bring us to Gargable's turn.
Did Tim just ask
Garbagool.
Hank if you wanted to turn? Did Tim just ask
Garbagool.
Hank if you wanted to do a better turn, and Hank said no, thank you? Is that
No,
what just
no.
happened
Put it
right
on the
there?
list.
Well, I only have so many questions.
Put it on the list.
Like,
You
it's
can
not-
save the bardic inspiration for maybe a life or death situation.
Yeah, it's like
certainly.
using your challenge in the first quarter. Okay. Even if you can
But
win
if
it.
you win your challenge, you get you keep it.
I mean, 3 points
That's
is
not
3
true.
points
In
no
the
matter
NFL.
what quarter.
Yeah. No, yeah,
we're
no.
not an NBA
We're-
podcast. Let's
I mean, it's NBA's final season.
No.
Okay.
Gargable, what would you like to do? You see that your friends have wrestled this goblin and ogre to the ground, gotten them to more or less surrender at this point. The cave is up ahead. What would you like to do?
I think we start making our way into the cave.
Absolutely.
But I'm considering using my primeval awareness first.
Ooh,
just
absolutely.
to maybe gain some insight on what we're going to be dealing with in that cave.
Yes, you could. You burn up one of your spell slots as you meditate on your primeval awareness. And as you start meditating, you can sense inside of the cave the presence of undead. Now, normally that's all the spell would give you, but I will let you roll a perception check to see if you can learn more. Either perception or survival, whichever skill is better for you. I think they're both +6, though.
Yeah,
Is that right? Absolutely. Roll a d20 +6 to see what you can get on this.
Okay.
Maybe
Is this-
detect more than just the
okay.
presence of undead.
Does it matter what dice I roll?
Nope. Sorry, you're rolling the D20,
This
but
one's been
whichever
hot.
D20
This
you
one's been
want.
hot.
Absolutely.
Oh,
That
okay,
is
yeah.
a very lucky D20 right
This
there.
one?
Mm-hmm. That's
I
a
have-
particularly
this
lucky
one has been hot.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
Not this time, though. 7 plus
Okay.
6 is a 13. I'm going to tell you 2 pieces of information with a 13. First of all, there are lots of little undead signatures, little pings coming
Yep.
from inside that cave. One of them is definitely more powerful than all the others. And it is showing up as not just an undead, but also a dragon. And that signal is coming from so the cave is to the north of you. It's to the north and then to the east. So forward and to the right. That is where the undead dragon signal is coming from. There is a second powerful signal coming from forward and to the left instead, forward and west. But then you are also noticing that there's some weak undead signatures inside and up for some reason. As you look up, you don't
surrounded.
see any
That guy
stairs
has
up or
crooked.
anything. And,
right.
and you're noticing those are the closest two signals, inside and up. And as you're looking in, you're like, you should be able to see those undead. And you don't. It's almost like they're above the tunnel that is inside the cave.
Okay, now can we start making our way in?
You absolutely
As the
could,
navigator,
yes.
I think we
As the
should-
navigator, you could be
Yes.
the one to lead your way in. Now, as the navigator, are you entering sneakily? Or are you entering carefully and looking around as a bonus action? What would you like to do?
I think we should go stealth here.
Yeah, I mean, we're
With-
surrounded. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Stealth with your hippo.
Absolutely. Oh, that's right. Are you traveling with your hippo? Is your hippo going ahead? Is your hippo hanging back?
I think we need to bring the hippo in.
Absolutely. I'm going to say your hippo is just as
Yeah,
stealthy
mode.
as you are.
My
Let's
hippo
go with
mode.
that. Because I do not know how stealthy a hippo would be. They might be everything I've heard is actually they're quite stealthy. So, what is your
Yes.
stealth bonus? A +6, I believe?
Yes.
Yes. Go ahead and roll a d20 +6. Whatever you get will be whatever your hippo gets.
Hell yeah.
13 plus 6 is a 19. As you stealthily enter, you start to make your way 10 feet in, 20 feet in, and you can see up ahead, it opens up into a larger 30-foot by 30-foot square room. Like this is the tomb you're entering now. And you can just barely see up ahead a locked door on the right and another tunnel on the left. Empty room up ahead. Except you notice that above you and behind you, there is a slight groan of zombies. You look up and behind you and you see a pair of zombies looking down, but you've been very stealthily moving along the wall. They haven't noticed you yet. You see the two of them holding a footlocker chest between them that you realize has been filled with rocks. They just keep staring at the open tunnel like they're waiting, and they're even just swinging their hands back and forth like they are ready to throw this box of rocks on the first person they see coming down the tunnel. But they didn't see you, so you can do whatever you want. What would you like to do?
Can I have the hippo charge?
Yes, 100%. Now, here's the problem. They're on a ledge above and
yes.
behind you. So if you want the hippo to charge, it would have to jump up to these zombies.
Shit.
It's a young
wanna
hippo.
risk
It's a
it?
small hippo,
What are
so
the
it might be
jumping
able to
skills?
leap. Yeah.
Hippos can only jump in the water. I don't know. That
This
sounds
is going to be really
kind of
sad if
risky.
your hippo dies.
If I send the hippo,
I'll say it certainly doesn't
Yeah.
have advantage because
Got
it's
any
not in the water,
spells?
but I'd say it has like a +4 on its jump check, but
I-
it needs to get a 15 or
I don't
higher.
want my hippo jumping. I only
we gotta
want him charging
handicap
on
him.
flat
Risky.
ground.
We could also wait and have Norm throw your hippo up.
Oh,
there.
yeah. I like a bowling ball.
It's a
Yeah.
good call. Norm would actually be the best
I
at
can
picking up your
easily do
hippo
that
and
for you, bro.
chucking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got is
Okay.
Norm still the ogre?
You could
No,
also,
he tapped, dude. He knows what's up.
He's still outside the cave. If you guys want to
Yeah.
bring the ogre, you can. Because we can.
Absolutely.
I would rather throw the ogre at people than my hippo.
Oh, yeah, good call. Because I was
Yeah.
thinking about killing the ogre at some point.
In my mind, the ogre and the hippo are around the same size, so we can kind of use them both as bowling
the ogre
balls.
might be bigger.
He said in his mind. That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I will say that you are able to definitely, if you don't want your hippo to go ahead, you can signal back to your teammates without the zombies noticing that there are 2 enemies up there so that they're all aware of the threat.
Okay. Yeah. We talked about this. We're gonna support each other. So I'm gonna let the homies know there's danger, and I'm gonna beckon for them to come join me.
Yeah, I'll throw that
Absolutely.
ogre.
Okay.
There
Can
are
I throw that ogre?
the ogre would be tough to throw. So it's about to be the ogre and the goblin's turn, and they've surrendered to us. They're not doing anything right now. They will ready
right,
their
bitch.
turns for whatever we tell them to do. Norm, you can try to pick up the ogre and throw it, but because he's a size category larger than you, you'd have disadvantage. But if you rage, you get advantage on throwing
Okay.
people. So you could make it just one straight roll, no advantage, no disadvantage.
Okay. I mean, I am a gambler. So are they going first and then I get to go? or am I-
They just ready to
Okay.
do whatever you
All
want.
right.
So if you say
Yeah.
I'm going to throw
Yeah.
you to this ogre, he kind of like curls up and nervously gets
yeah.
ready. He is
yeah,
willing
let's
to
do
be thrown.
advantage, and I'm going to try to throw this ogre so that we
Yep.
can save the hippo.
Absolutely.
That's teamwork.
You enter your rage. You go to pick up this ogre, but you need at least a 15 to throw this
You
ogre
could also
at all.
throw the goblin.
It would be much easier to throw
you
the
could,
goblin.
You could throw
Oh,
a goblin
or
wicked
the
fast.
Goblin you can fit in one hand and just throw
Just
like
fucking
this.
whip
The
it.
ogre you would need to pick up over your head like a boulder and chuck two-handed.
Power rate real quick. If I throw the goblin, it's not going to really do much, right? He's small.
The goblin's
Should I-
very small.
Should
She's
I throw
tiny.
the hippo?
You could pick up the hippo and throw the hippo. That would
I
hurt
throw
the
the
hippo. The
hippo?
hippo's
I just chose not to throw my own hippo.
Yeah,
Now I
yeah.
get
That's why
back.
we have Norm.
Okay, yes.
Right,
like-
because you could look in your hippo's eyes and be like, I promise you I'd never throw you.
Yes.
And then I'll show up and be like,
Yeah.
I didn't.
This
Yeah,
is like
yeah,
when they
yeah.
put
I never
Jacoby
said-
Brissett at the end to throw a Hail Mary because Andrew Luck doesn't have the arm strength. That's
Yeah.
what Big Cat's doing with your hippo.
I don't want to throw your hippo, though, if you don't want me to throw your hippo. Is there anyone else
think-
here that I could throw?
Well, if you threw the goblin,
He's a dwarf and he's a gnome. You can throw both of them very
if
easily.
you threw the goblin, she does have a bow and arrow.
That's true. That's
true.
What about if I cut off a leg of the ogre and threw that?
Oh, that's much easier to throw than
That might be
the
our
whole ogre.
solution. Yeah. Okay.
The ogre seems to be getting upset,
Well, so
like he's understanding a little bit
The
of what you're
goblin
talking
has
about.
like a knife though, so if you threw the goblin up there, he could just start
I'm
stabbing
holding the
everyone.
knife.
Yeah, we don't. What
True- true.
Was the
Currently,
goblin
you've got her
turns?
knife.
Yeah. What do we want to give back the weapon? Because I have it.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
And if
Should
the
I-
goblin gets up there and then joins the bad guys,
You know what?
yes.
Okay.
He can
I
bury
actually,
us.
I have a solution.
You can throw the hippo, actually.
I'm fucking going up there myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
could
take
run
one
up
to the
and
team.
you
All right,
can
let's do
just
it.
jump up there with your own athletics check. That's easy.
And I'm just gonna fuck shit up.
Absolutely,
Okay,
100%. So you're not throwing anybody. You run up to where the ranger has let you know that there is this ledge. Immediately, you're kind of like doing this jump, like you run over, turn on the spot, and jump backward relative to where you had been running. Go ahead and since you're raging now, you have advantage on this. Roll 2d20s and take the higher number.
Will you let the hippo know that I
Yeah.
did not throw it?
Yes, I
Okay.
will. And you know what?
a
We
little
can
loyalty.
still throw it later on
Okay,
if
yeah.
it comes
We'll
down to
save
that.
it. Yeah.
Mode is a very smart hippo and understands language, so Mode nods
Mo's like,
in
yeah,
appreciation.
respect.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't throw me. All right. So I get 2 rolls.
Absolutely. You get 2 rolls and you get to take the higher one.
This is a 6.
6, okay.
19.
19 plus your athletics is plenty. In fact, it's so much, I would say that you automatically gain advantage on your attack against one of these zombies. Would you like to attack the one on the left or the one on the right?
Let's go with the one on the Hank. Which one are the Republicans and Democrats?
They
are Republicans.
I'll also say this.
Are
One
Republicans
of
on
them
the
is
left or the
a
right?
fully grown villager, and one of them is just a
And the
really
right.
tall kid who has a scar running down his face, and as he turns, you see the empty eye socket. He is one of the village kids who got caught.
Okay, so
by
let's
a
go with the
zombie.
other. Let's attack the guy on the left, the
Absolutely.
woke mind virus, and we'll get him.
100%.
So it's an adult I'm attacking. We'll keep
Yes,
the kid. Okay.
absolutely, 100%. You have advantage already. Now, I will say, if you're willing to go reckless, I'll give you double advantage on this. I'll let you roll
Say
3
less.
times. Are you going
You
reckless?
know I can't turn down reckless.
All right,
Tim.
you're raging and
know.
you're going reckless.
Yeah.
I love it. Go ahead and make your first attack. You roll 3 times on this attack.
5, not great.
Not great start.
That's an 18.
18 is fantastic. Let's see if you can get a critical hit, though. Now, it doesn't usually count when it falls on the floor.
That was my fault. 7.
7. So we'll take that first middle roll. That very high roll is a solid hit against that zombie. Your damage with your great sword, you're using a great sword and not a great axe, correct? Or using a great axe today.
Yeah, whatever the hook.
The great
I got
hook,
a
absolutely. Your great hook
sick.
would deal 1d12 damage plus 5 while you are raging. Oh, is that a 1? Plus 5 is only going to be 6
knew it was a 1,
damage
Tim. Why'd you have to
on
ask?
the first zombie, I am sorry to say. But luckily, that's not your only attack. As you slash across the zombie's chest, he's not halfway dead yet. He's injured, though, and you get to do another attack 3 times against him. Well, that's going to be the damage, but go ahead and roll the d20 again 3 times to make sure that you hit.
What type of zombies? Like, I know a lot of zombies you can only kill if you take off the head.
This is a very good point. So you know that zombies, if you kill them with a critical hit, it means you hit them in the head and you insta-kill them. Otherwise, these zombies can keep getting back up, unfortunately.
Okay.
And 10 was the highest of the rolls?
Yeah, one of them landed on the paper, so I rolled again. So it was 3. It was 5, 3, 10.
Absolutely. We'll take the 10. You have a plus 6 on your attack with your great axe. That's another hit for another d12 plus 5.
11.
11 plus 5 is 16. Yes. Now, that should be enough to finish off the zombie. But, as I said, the zombie, you hack into its neck and shoulder. It gets a roll to see if it can just Walking Dead style kind of start crawling towards you. But would need to roll very well. It did not roll very well. You took the zombie's head right off. Immediately, the box of rocks drops to the ground. The other zombie, the kid zombie, is just holding the other end stupidly as the rocks spill out. And he just goes, ugh, and throws it over the edge. It lands right next to the hippo and our ranger, but doesn't deal any damage. Well done.
Neutralize them.
Excellent.
All right, well, let's take a quick break for an ad.
This episode of Pardon My Take is brought to you by Shady Rays. Take on the sun with gear built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered for the warm weather ahead with premium polarized shades at an affordable price. Shady Rays is an independent sunglass company that offers a world-class product that's just as good as any expensive pair we've worn. Durable frames and extremely clear optics for all your outdoor adventures. It doesn't stop at the quality. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection program in all of eyewear. Each pair of the sunglasses are backed by their lost and broken program. If you lose or break your pair, even on day 1 or year 2, they will send you a brand new pair. If you don't love them, exchange for a new pair or return them for free within 30 days. There's no risk when you shop with Shady Rays. Their team always has your back. Exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Go to shadyrays.com. Use code PMT for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. So go right now, shadyrays.com. Use code PMT for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Shady Rays has the best sunglasses out there, affordable, look good. They have the whole package. Shady Rays, baby. PMT. Use code PMT for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. Go to shadyrays.com and get it going now. It is summertime. Nothing better than wearing a pair of shades and nothing better than Shady Rays.
We're going to get back to Dungeons & Dragons in a second. It's brought to you by Chevy. Summer's here, and what better way to take advantage of all it has to offer than with a Chevy Silverado. Silverado Summer. Think of all the possibilities. You got off-road adventures, DIY projects, hardcore work. Silverado has the capability and technology to make this summer your best one ever. With 9 different Silverado models to choose from and engines that range from the powerful Turbo Max to the 6.2 liter V8 and the Duramax diesel, you can count on Chevy power. You can count on Chevy performance to get anything done. Like many of you, we've been hitting the road a lot lately, and it seems everywhere we go, there's an army of Silverados and Silverado owners. Shout out to all of you. Game recognizes game. We love driving on the road in our Chevy Silverado. It got us from Connecticut all the way to Los Angeles a couple years ago when we did a cross-country road trip for the big game. It got us there safe. It got us there in style. Head to Chevy.com. Check out the Silverado and all the Chevy trucks. The official trucks of Part of My Take, Chevy Silverado. And now here's more Dungeons & Dragons.
Okay, so I just killed one of the zombies. We have one zombie alive.
Absolutely. We got one zombie left. I am going to roll to see when this zombie would be going, unfortunately. Now that we have alerted it, that zombie only gets a 4. So the zombie's going to be going after Garbagool's next turn. We got plenty of time to finish off this zombie, and it's Wayne's turn now.
All right,
Wayne.
so should I take out the zombie, or is there a way that we can convert it from not being a zombie anymore? Because it's the kid. You know?
Yeah.
Right,
I
we
don't
want to
kill
save the
kid.
kids.
Like, I'll kill a normal zombie, but if there's a chance that we can help this kid, that's what I want to do.
Go ahead and roll a knowledge check on this. I think you would have Arcana plus 4.
6.
Okay, with a 6
That's not good.
plus 4 is a 10. All you know is that typically zombies cannot be reasoned with, and once you're a zombie, you're already dead. There's no way to restore you back.
And my
to
hands are
being
tied.
A human
My
again.
hands are tied, Tim. Regretfully, can I, like that Wesley Snipes gift from New Jack City? I just want to let it be known, I'm crying while I'm pointing my weapon at him.
Absolutely, 100%. You're like biting your tongue,
Yeah.
tears in your eyes. What weapon would you like to use to attack this zombie?
What do you recommend, the light crossbow or the rapier?
I would use the light crossbow if you want to stay at distance. If you want to get into melee, you can try to climb up and stab with your rapier, but it deals the same damage
No, I
either way.
I want to snipe him from Steph Curry.
Absolutely,
Rapier the
100%.
kid.
You can roll a d20 plus 5, I believe, is what you get with your light crossbow.
10.
A 10 plus 5 is
Yep.
a 15. That's a solid hit for 1d8 plus 2 damage against this zombie.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Only
What happened?
3 damage against the
rolled a
zombie,
1.
unfortunately. Even though it has less hit points than the other zombie, it's not down just yet. This arrow just sort of like thuds into its arm, splits out the other side, and the zombie barely even seems to notice it's happening. He
Sorry,
starts
it's
to get
not-
ready to lunge towards Norm.
It's not, everyone can't kill
I think you
zombies.
missed on purpose because you didn't want the guilt of having killed a kid.
Yeah, it would be weigh on my conscience very heavily.
It's tough.
I have no conscience. I'll
Absolutely.
kill it later.
Now, would you like to give any other bardic inspiration to anybody here? You can't give any more to Ehrlich because he still has bardic inspiration.
And he
but
kind of
can
wasted
inspire.
my inspiration too last time I gave
time.
it.
I
still
mean, he
have
still
it.
got it. He saved it.
Yeah, but it's kind of I feel bad about wasting it on Ehrlich. So I'll give it to Garbagool.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yes, Gargabool, you've got this bardic inspiration now. What do you say to inspire Gargabool?
I'm like, hey man, I'm really glad that you joined our crew. You're a great addition. Good off-season pickup.
I'm happy to be here. I will not lead you guys astray.
Yeah, and I love your hippo too.
Which
Thank
is
you.
very much alive.
Very much still alive hippo.
Mood
Yeah.
winks at you.
Yeah, nice.
Absolutely.
He's only going to be tossed as a last resort.
It nods fervently, Mode. Absolutely. And Ehrlich, that would bring us to you next. What would you like to do?
I would like to attack.
Yes.
I would like to
absolutely.
finish what Wayne started.
The zombie is not halfway dead, but it is injured, and you could potentially finish it off. What attack would you
I would like
to
to use a light. No, I'll use the short sword because you got to cut its head off, right?
Absolutely. Now, you could use your short sword if you climb up the wall or jump up to get to this zombie. You do have many ranged spells you could do against the zombie without needing to climb that honestly deal more damage.
If I do like a really good crossbow, would that just take its head off?
It could feasibly take its head off.
All right,
but
I
I
like to do that, like a sniper. Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. You can roll a d20 plus what does it say it is to hit for your crossbow?
1d20 plus 5.
Plus 5. Roll a d20 plus 5, and we'll see if you hit. Ooh, what'd you get?
2.
A 2?
2, did you say?
2.
Here's the good news. You're
Yes.
not accidentally hitting Norm because
I
you
would like
didn't
to use
roll
my
a
inspiration
1.
roll.
Oh, absolutely. So with a 2 plus 5, so far you got a 7. That's actually not that far off from hitting a zombie. So roll a d8. You are
gotta-
using your inspiration. You're going to roll an 8-sided die, this one right here.
You got a Tony Snell stat line.
And you're going
working
to
right
add
now.
that to this 7. Now that's a d10, but
sorry.
yeah, it's very. There you go. Absolutely, that's the d8.
8.
8. Absolutely.
good,
With a
good,
plus
good.
8 to the 7, a 15 is a solid hit against the zombie. Well done. Go ahead and roll. What does it say the damage is? 1d8 plus 2 for your light crossbow?
1d20 plus 5 to hit.
Or plus 5 to hit.
1d8 plus 2.
1d8 plus 2. There you go. So roll the d8 again and add 2 to it, and we'll see how much damage this zombie takes.
7.
7
Nice.
plus 2 is 9 more damage. The zombie takes 12 damage. It
Wayne.
looks like it then drops to the ground right in front of Norm, but then it stays dead, I'm happy to report. It thrashes around a little bit, Norm. It starts to get up. Falls dead to the
Fuck them
ground.
kids.
Both
Good
of
job.
these zombies
Good
are
job.
permanently slain now. And as it is slain, suddenly you hear a voice in your mind, Ehrlich, that nobody else hears. The voice says,
My life.
"Thank you. You saved me." And it's the kid, you think. For just a moment, you think you see this ethereal shape over where the zombie fell. Then, Ehrlich, you, because it's you who did the kill on the zombie, hear a second voice. And you recognize this voice. It's your patron, the demon who grants you your spells. And he says, "You're giving me that soul, right?"
Yeah. I mean, that seems like a,
Absolutely.
that seems like a fair. No, he gives me my spells.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
a good, like, you know, you pick up a soul. I feel like you can get some good spells in return for
Yeah.
that.
Do you want to?
I give you your magic for a reason, so that I get something in return. May I have that soul?
I mean, what do you got? Like, I gotta.
You have to teach the kid a lesson. He
What are
shouldn't
we gonna
be-
do with the soul? Whereas, like, that could help me, which ultimately helps us.
Yes.
So we're cool with just giving a child's soul to some mystery voice in Hank's head.
The child
He
needs to
gives
learn
me
his
my
lesson. He
spells.
shouldn't go exploring
he's my
caves all
plug.
willy
You're
nilly.
exactly right.
All right, Hank, do what you gotta do.
He's the plug.
And you do have an addiction.
You gotta support the plug.
Okay.
As you agree to this, you
Put a bookmark in this moment.
I'm asking. I mean, whatever you guys think.
No,
I mean,
no,
I'm
you're
trying to be a
right. You
team
need
player.
your spells. You are right. You need your spells. You're nothing if you don't have spells.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I literally don't know what I would do without him.
Right.
there is almost this vision of a hand beckoning to you in your vision, and you shake the hand. And as you do, you hear the voice, "Thanks again, I'm going off to heaven." Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, no! Oh! You hear flames and then chuckling laughter echoing throughout your mind and screams, and then
I'm sure
it all
it's
goes
nice down there.
100%.
You got your spells though.
Oh, and Hank, you also can write down you have 9 extra hit points now. Whenever you kill an enemy and reap their soul, you gain an extra 9 HP. If you wanna
Okay.
boom.
And just handed over a child's soul.
Derelict, very, very good
Got it.
turn.
Yep.
You
Wait,
don't have bardic inspiration
what
anymore.
do I get out of the what is there?
Part of the deal is you keep getting your spells
Yeah,
now.
I'm sure you could do some like card tricks and shit later.
I mean, plus 9 HP.
Yeah. No, that's
One for a soul.
And you gain 9 HP, you gain
don't
all your
need it.
spells, and your patron also says, next time, fire Eldritch Blast. You get 2 of those, actually,
Now, are-
instead of your light crossbow.
Are
Yeah.
we
for
all
one.
aware? Are our characters aware of what Hank's doing right now behind our backs?
Technically, all you know is he just killed a zombie for you.
Okay, so
You're welcome.
He's having his own little private conversation.
That is
Got it.
correct. That is happening in your mind, Ehrlich. And Gargle.
but we also know. Like right now.
You could roll.
in
Everyone
real
can roll an
life,
insight check to see if you know. And
that he just gave up a soul.
on some level, yeah, it's definitely you're seeing some effects.
6.
6, I would say you're not fully aware of like what's
Okay.
going on in his mind.
Per usual.
So I mean, like our goal of entering the cave wasn't necessarily to save the kids. It's kind of just to find out what's
We
happening.
kind of knew when their bodies never turned up and we had discovered this was a necromancer. We were probably not going to be saving anybody, but we were going to be laying them to rest, perhaps.
I don't think that our plan was to find these kids and send them to hell. It was probably
That
to like
wasn't maybe the
rescue-
plan.
Wait, whoa. No one said it was hell. He's just going to my dealer's house.
No, you said a demon. A
Right.
demon. Where do you think a demon might live?
Dude, you never know. Maybe he's just trying to support his family, and that's the only way he knows how.
You sent him to demon time.
Yeah, but like, there's good demons too.
You
I don't think there
elevated
are
the
good
issue to the
demons.
proper people. Your hands are clean.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to roll insight check because I know. It's
You
enough
know
for me to
deep
already
down.
know what Hank's doing. Yeah.
The fact that he's a warlock is probably enough, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gargable, that would be bringing us to your turn next. The zombies are slain now. So this
Neutralized.
ambush, this trap waiting for us in the doorway of this cave has been neutralized. Up ahead, you can see a locked door on the right, and you can see a tunnel on the left. What would you like to do?
So, as a cave dweller, right?
Yes.
I want to go spelunking down the tunnel.
Yes, 100% you can. Absolutely. I will let you. Are you doing this stealthily? Are you doing it very aware and carefully? Like, you can make a perception check or a stealth check as a bonus action as you're kind of moving ahead.
What do we think? I kind of just want to barge down that tunnel. Me and the hippo.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Only thing is just that there is enemies everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel
they're
like-
above
maybe
us,
let's wait
and then we've
until-
got 2 big signals from each side.
I just don't want a situation where we cause, a noise and then everyone just kind of surrounds us.
but maybe they fight each other.
Okay.
We don't know if they're all
So wait,
on the
so
same
we have
team.
enemies above us to the sides,
and the
then-
dragon somewhere.
and the child soul in hell.
I'll say this, you think you've eliminated the enemies who had registered as being above. It was
Yes.
the zombies
Right.
we just took down.
Yeah.
But you know that the undead dragon signal was coming from ahead and on the right. The other powerful undead signal was coming from ahead and on the left.
You're being
Okay,
real
and
judgy towards the
The
demon.
left,
I think you gotta give
the
him a
left
chance.
is the
I feel like it
locked-
might be
locked door.
Locked door on the right. And that
So-
was where the dragon signal was coming from.
Oh, the locked door's on the right. I want to go down the tunnel to the left
Absolutely.
to the other.
Yeah,
I
That's,
think
that's
that could
towards
be-
the other signal.
I think
could be a
that
good
could be the necromancer who's pulling the strings.
Absolutely.
What if it's one of the kids?
It could be another kid that Hank could sell for more spells.
We haven't ruled out one of the kids being the necromancer, by the way.
True.
We need to keep Hank.
Away from children.
No, we need to keep feeding him souls. I don't think we would like Hank if he needs his fix.
Yeah, he is going to get grumpy in
Yeah.
about 20 minutes.
All right, so I hop on the hippo and he tiptoes stealthily down the tunnel.
All right, you're using your bonus action to be stealthy. Go ahead and roll a d20 plus 6 to see how stealthy you can be. The hippo is tiptoeing.
16.
16, absolutely. And that's before the plus 6?
Yep.
So that's a 22. You can tell that as you're tiptoeing down this tunnel, you're reaching this network of different tunnels. It's like there was an earthquake here or something that caused a bunch of cracks in the rock in sort of a star shape. You're heading towards this nexus of different tunnels, most of which you can tell are not real tunnels. You can see 2 of them already that just end in dead ends, but you can't tell which are real tunnels and which aren't. But you know you're not alone in these tunnels. There are creatures that seem to be fighting over bones and pieces of flesh. I'd like you to make a nature check to see if you can identify what
Okay,
these
yeah.
creatures are. And you get an extra... Actually, you have advantage on this because they are obviously some kind of undead. So you can roll a d20 plus... I think you have a plus 4 for nature. Is that right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Roll a d20 plus 4 2 times to see if you can identify what these creatures are and see what you know about them.
17.
17, absolutely. Roll one more time, just see if you do any better than that, but that's already a 21 total. 16. We'll ignore that one. With the 21, you know what these are and what the danger is. You are seeing a pack of no fewer than 4
Heroin addicts.
ghouls. And you can tell that they're creatures, undead creatures. They're kind of like the vampires from I Am Legend or like the fast zombies from
The
28
Descent.
Days Later.
Have you ever seen that?
Absolutely, 100%. They're all pale, maggoty flesh,
Yes.
mouth full of jagged teeth, black gums, and long claws growing out of their hands. You can see one of them crack a leg bone open and start like with a long black tongue trying to eat the marrow out of it, and they're fighting at each other, especially the little one, the new ghoul who recently got converted. There is a tiny little child ghoul who is fighting with the other 3 ghouls to get little morsels of flesh. Now, you know the danger here is that ghouls have a paralyzing touch. If you are alone, they can very much gang up on you, and if one of their claws manages to paralyze you, you're frozen in place, and then they just drag you off and slowly devour you. But there's an opportunity here also. You know that ghouls are one of the few enemies that will get distracted by like a piece of a corpse thrown in their direction. They may prioritize that over actually fighting enemies who are fighting them, but also if they take you down, they will focus on eating you rather than fighting your teammates. So that's also a danger danger potentially. Now, most importantly,
Yes.
they haven't noticed you yet, and you still have your action, you and your hippo. You could charge them and attack, or you could do something else.
Yes, I think I'm going to say hippo chomp because I don't think they'll be able to break the hippo's skin and paralyze it. It's
Okay,
got
yeah,
very-
there's a possibility they won't be able to get through your hippo's armor class, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so I'm going to send him ahead. I think one hippo can take 3 ghouls or 4.
There are 4 ghouls
Yeah,
in
I think,
all.
I think that's a solid matchup.
Absolutely, 100%. I'd like you to charge with your hippo. Your hippo is going to have advantage on this attack roll because he's surprising these ghouls. Roll 2 d20s and take the higher number to see if your hippo hits.
7.
7 might not do it, but roll one more time.
Oh, no.
R.I.P.
No.
Oh, no.
It's Hippo's fault.
Now, I'm going to say that your hippo probably has a +5 to hit, which means it's a 12, and that is just barely a hit against the ghoul on
Yes.
the dot. Just barely
Yeah,
a hit.
because animal handling, I have a +6. So
There
maybe
you
that
go.
means, yeah.
Absolutely. You're great at training your hippo. I think
Yeah.
it would have a +5 to hit then.
Okay.
So I would like you to please roll 2d6 plus 3 damage. That's the
this a
cube-shaped die. You want to roll the square,
Oh,
the
yeah.
cubic die 2 times, add it up, and then add +3.
Okay, 4.
4. Armor's making it a little tough as natural. There's encumbrance there.
All right.
7 total plus 3 is going to be a 10 total against. Were you aiming for the child ghoul or one of the adult ghouls?
One of the adult ghouls.
One of the adult ghouls takes 10 points of damage. It is injured, but it is not dead just yet, I am sorry to say. It is maybe halfway dead as your hippo chomps onto its leg. It lets out a howl of pain. And then you still have your action. You could rush into melee with your hippo and stab one of them twice, or you could stay back and shoot 2 arrows at one of these ghouls.
I'm going to shoot arrows because I don't want to get paralyzed.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a
gonna
d20
send the hippo
plus.
too.
I know it says +9 there, but since you're a melee specialist, it would actually only be +7 for you with your bow, but still very likely to hit. Roll a d20. That's actually a d12, so we'll
Okay.
ignore that one. You want to roll a
Here we
d20
go.
plus 7.
16.
plus 7 is going to be a solid hit for 1d8 plus 3 damage. So go ahead and roll that damage. The d8 is that yellow die just next to the green d6.
Yes.
8 plus 3. And were you attacking the ghoul you had already injured with the hippo?
Yes.
You finish off that ghoul. Ghoul number 1 is down immediately. 3 ghouls left, including the child ghoul. You still can take another shot. Do you want to aim at one of the other ghouls and let loose another arrow?
I'm kind of on a roll right here, so yeah.
Absolutely.
I think I'm going to go.
Which ghoul are you shooting at? A child ghoul or one of the adult ghouls?
I don't know. Do we want to give Hank his fix again?
Well, Tim? Is it possible with a ghoul? Can we redeem a ghoul?
A ghoul is intelligent enough you can talk to it, but with that roll, you've never heard of a ghoul being redeemed before.
Okay, so-
you would think they can be reasoned with, but they're so hungry all the time. It's like a vampire. They have an uncontrollable need to feed.
I feel like we got to kill that ghoul.
Can we
soon.
make any of them our ghoul friend?
You could try to, certainly.
Okay.
You know it would be very difficult, though, but
Sort
not
of
as
like
impossible as with
The
the zombie.
Gimp in Pulp Fiction, we could like...
A little bit.
We could put him in a box and let him loose when we need him.
If you feed him little morsels of flesh, you can make a ghoul do a lot of shit.
Sounds pretty hot.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right.
Hank's into it.
100%. So with that last shot, are you taking that shot or are you holding it off because you want to
I'm taking the shot. I'm just trying to... I'm shooting for the legs. I'm trying to... I would like to talk to this guy.
Absolutely, and you're aiming for an adult ghoul, is that right? Or the child?
Let's
ghoul?
take out the adult ghoul, and then we
Okay.
can figure out how to corral the
Okay,
little one
yeah.
and make him our pet.
Headshot at the adult ghoul.
Absolutely. Let's see if you
What?
can get him in the head. If you get a 20,
not
then it's
sending him
right
to
in the
hell
head.
for all
Roll a
eternity,
d20 plus 7.
Oh, Jesus.
Now, you were ambushing them, though, so roll one more time. You have advantage on this.
Hey, Big Cat, could you put my armor back on?
I got you.
What's that roll?
That's an 8.
8 plus 7 would be a 15. That is a hit. Now, I should have given you advantage on the first one, so just roll one more time just to make sure you didn't get a 20 on that first one. but you definitely hit with this second one. I just want to make sure I didn't just deny you a critical hit since you're talking about headshots. Okay, never mind. I was just making sure that first one wasn't a critical hit. You hit with the first and the second shot, so the second shot is going to be 1d8 plus 3 damage.
Okay. All right. Oh,
That'll
yeah.
be
So
the yellow one again.
Yep.
That one next to the d4.
the D8
The d8, bingo.
right here.
D8 plus
Boom.
3. Okay, that's going to be 5 damage on this ghoul. So you've got 3 ghouls left. A child ghoul and 2 adult ghouls. One of the adult ghoul, you got him. You were aiming for the head. It winged his shoulder, unfortunately, and did not quite get him halfway dead yet, but he's close. And that will be Gargabool's turn. Gargabool, very good stuff. That's your move, action, and bonus. That is going to bring us to the goblin and the ogre next. I love the squire situation we got going on here. This
Great
is very
turn,
good.
Gargabool.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the goblin and the ogre are kind of watching what we're doing, talking amongst themselves in what appears to be the goblin tongue, but they're not helping us out right now unless somebody wants to shout at them to help us. So unless I hear somebody shouting at them, they are just going to kind of ready their action to do something else on their turn. And in fact, I'll just roll to make sure they appear. And let me see how well they're hiding this. They're doing a very bad job hiding this. They're getting ready to betray us. While we're fighting the ghouls up ahead right now, you can tell that the ogre and the goblin have picked up their weapons. And they're taking readied actions because, Norm, you ran ahead. No one's keeping them pinned down anymore. They reach for their weapons. They pick up their weapons. She doesn't have her knife, but she does have her short bow now, and he has picked up his club. They're getting ready to ambush us, but only once more of us have gone ahead to go deal with the ghouls. And we know that because they have done a terrible job hiding it. So that is going to bring us to the ghouls' turn next, actually. I'm sorry to say the ghouls look up. They start to, like, almost unhinge their jaws, like the vampires in Blade a little bit, like their jaws start to split open, and they start to rush toward you. They are each going to make claw attacks. The ghoul you injured, manages to get a 15. Can I ask, what is your armor class? Actually, sorry, that's a 17. What is your armor class?
My armor class, where would that be?
Oh, sorry, that would be at the top of your sheet. Just 16. I'm sorry to say that is just barely a hit for the first ghoul, and that ghoul is going to be dealing total of 6 points of damage. Can I ask, how many hit points do you have normally, Gargabool? 52, I think?
52 health points.
52,
Oh, yeah.
And that means with 6 damage, you are now down to, let's see, 46 left. And most importantly, I need you to roll a d20 plus 1 to make sure you are not paralyzed by the ghoul's claw. So please roll against paralysis, d20 plus 1.
Where was the hippo during all this?
The hippo, actually, let me just see if the this first person is going after you. We'll see if the next ghoul goes after a hippo. Yeah.
I kind of assumed the hippo would have jumped in front of that attack.
The hippo would. I would agree with that. The
We can
hippo's
throw the
trying
hippo now.
to.
He didn't help.
Yeah.
All right, is this the 20?
It's a
Yep.
d20 plus 1. What did you roll?
An 8.
An 8 plus 1 is a 9. That is not enough! Right now, Gargabool, you are paralyzed by the ghoul's touch. And that means that the ghouls are trying to rush around your hippo to get to you. I will let you roll a d20 to see how good a job your hippo does blocking these
Come on,
ghouls.
Mode.
Let's go,
I'm going to roll to
Mode.
see how well they do. Ooh, you got to roll a good roll to prevent these ghouls from getting around the
Come
hippo.
on, Mode.
A 9.
Not enough. The ghouls, almost like one jumps onto the ceiling and scuttles along the ceiling. One leaps off the wall, jumps over your hippo. They both land next to you. And now, since they're attacking you paralyzed, they have advantage, and they're not using their claws. They're opening up their jaws to take bites out of you. The first attack is going to be a hit with an 18. The second attack is going to be a hit with another 18, I am sorry
my
to say.
God.
I'm going to break out my phone's dice roller because there's too many dice to roll at this point. The first
I need help, guys.
ghoul is dealing 14 points of damage to you. That is going to knock you down to
I think we just gotta let him feast on
32
Donnie.
left. And then the last ghoul is, and this is the child ghoul, unhinges its little jaws and is going to be dealing 13 more damage to you. As they just start flensing and flaying the flesh off your bones with their jaws. That is going to bring them down to 19 hit points
my
left.
God.
I'm sorry to say. Your hippo's bellowing out to your teammates. "Rah!" It's trying to get them to come save you. And you can see the
guy ain't no
goblin and
real
the ogre
ghoul. That's what they're
look at each
saying.
other with a smile.
They took your name personally.
Okay, so but while I am paralyzed, I can still ride the hippo around. I can
You're still
move.
on the hippo's back. It's true.
Okay.
I would say you're still just frozen on the hippo's back.
Yeah.
You can't really ride it. In fact, roll 1d20. As long as you don't get a 1, you're still on the hippo's back.
This is a mess I gotta clean up.
18.
You're on the hippo's back securely. Mode is keeping you on their back.
It's like a electric scooter for an old person that you're on.
A rascal.
Yeah.
Just like bap, 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 bap. And Norm, that is going to bring us to you next. What would you like to do?
Okay, so we got some issues, boys.
We have a lot of
You,
issues.
you guys have a paralyzed navigator.
We've got
We
a
do, but
paralyzed
we
navigator.
also-
We've got an ogre and a goblin that's about to attack us from behind.
And the ogre and goblin is next to Ehrlich. Where's the ogre and
Yes,
goblin?
yeah, the ogre and the goblin would be right now, right behind Ehrlich, I would say,
Okay.
and Wayne.
And
they would
Wayne,
actually be
yeah.
right
And
next to
I'm
the two
up
of you.
top.
You're up top. You would have to jump down to go save him, but you could do that.
So what do? Do I go save Donnie, and you guys handle the ogre and goblin, or do I come down and handle the ogre and goblin?
You know what? I'll ride with Hank. Hank, me and you. Ehrlich, you want to take out this ogre and this goblin? Let Big Cat deal with Donnie?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Norm did just take him out earlier, but I guess we can
Because
cle-
you
we can
guys
clean
told
up
me
his
not to.
business.
Divide and conquer?
You guys told me that we needed
Okay.
to fucking. I tapped them out.
Divide and conquer. Help Donnie. Donnie's in dire
Garbagool,
straits
yeah.
right
Help
now.
Garbagool.
How many guys you want me to kill for you?
Well, so far you've killed 0, so I
that's
mean,
not
maybe
true.
starting with 1.
Tim, correct him.
You had taken down the first zombie.
Yeah, and I
believe.
didn't
Yeah.
sell his soul for spells. I just killed him because I was trying to help the squad. So correct that.
Well, he's already dead, so I don't know if that counts. I don't know if
That
I don't know
absolutely
if killing
counts.
a zombie counts.
That absolutely counts.
It's a half
So what would you like me to do, Ehrlich? You want me to go back and save you yet again?
No, I think me and Wayne can
got
handle
this.
our
All
own.
right, all right. So I'm gonna go save my boy Donnie and his hippo.
Absolutely. You rush in, and you can sure enough see that this group of ghouls has surrounded and paralyzed your ranger. You can aim for the one who is injured, or you can aim for the child ghoul who looks a little weaker. Who would you like to go
So
for?
wait, there's 3 ghouls.
Three
now?
ghouls. One's at full strength, one's injured, and then one's a child ghoul.
Okay, I think I got to take down the one that's full strength.
Absolutely. Go for it.
Do ghouls like if you kill a couple ghouls, does the other one freak out?
They might get scared. It is a possibility
All right,
that
so
you could
then let's
intimidate
correct it.
ghouls.
Let's go. Let's finish off the injured one.
Absolutely.
Then I'll kill the child, and then that other guy will hopefully run like a pussy.
100%. You can do your first attack, and I assume you are going reckless. Is that right?
Always
100%. You have normal advantage now. You can roll 2 d20s and take the higher number.
10,
10 is already very good.
12.
12. So with the 12 plus 6, that's an 18. Solid hit against the ghoul. You were attacking the full strength one.
No,
roll.
it's attacking the injured one.
Oh, you were attacking
Yeah,
the injured one.
yeah.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll a d12 plus 5 to see if you can finish it off.
5.
5 plus 5 is 10 more damage. The ghoul's up to 15 damage. It looks like it's about to go down. This injured ghoul, you slashed across its chest. Black blood sprays everywhere. It slumps against the wall and then slowly picks itself up off the rocks. It's getting ready to attack you. It has a few hit points left. One more attack would definitely finish it off. Roll another d20, and you have advantage because you have gone reckless. So you can roll 2 times.
20.
20!
Nice.
Wait, don't worry about rolling
Nope.
again. You can't do better than that. Roll not 1d12, but 2d12.
9.
9, and then you can roll another one.
4.
4, so 13 plus another 5 is going to be 18 damage. And were you attacking the injured ghoul?
Oh, yeah, I was finishing off the injured one.
How would you like to splatter this ghoul to pieces? What does it look like as you kill this ghoul with extreme prejudice? You're destroying it
I want to
utterly.
hold it by its hair and have it lock eyes with Mode and be like, this is for Mode and Donnie, and then just slash its throat.
Absolutely. You slash its throat, and as you do so, the ghoul is watching as Mode, thanks to your critical hit, has the opportunity to put its head underneath and just gobble up all the blood that's pouring out of the ghoul's head. The ghoul's still like looking as this is happening, as the light fades from its eyes, and then the hippo tries to eat the head. If you let it
go.
Would ghoul blood be like an antidote to the paralysis?
Good question.
The hippo then attempts to spit that blood into his mouth. I'm going to give you a free saving throw. I like that. 100%. Roll a d20 plus 1 to see if you can break free of the ghoul paralysis.
Yeah, I'm putting some venom back in you that reverses the paralysis.
All right.
Okay, so what is he rolling?
I want you to roll a d20 plus 1. If you roll very well on this, you break free of the paralysis. If you roll very bad on this, then ghoul blood turns out it had the opposite effect.
Oh, no. 13.
13 plus 1 is enough. You break free of the ghoul paralysis. Well done. That is fantastic. And that was some quick thinking right there. You have managed to free your compatriot. You have finished off, finished off ghoul number 2. There is still one adult ghoul and one child ghoul left. And you have your bonus action. Because you are raging and you are a berserker barbarian, that means you can use your bonus action to either attack one more time, a third time, or you could use your bonus action to try to intimidate the last 2 ghouls, whatever you'd like to do.
I'm going to intimidate them, try to get them the fuck out of here.
Absolutely. You have advantage because of the critical hit you just did. They watched the ghoul get completely obliterated by you and the hippo. Roll 2 times and take the higher number.
17.
17 is already very good. Roll one more time, see if you do any better.
11.
Okay, and what's your intimidation bonus?
Intimidation bonus plus 1.
Plus 1. Okay, so an 18. I'm going to roll for each of these ghouls. The first ghoul is just barely still sticking around the adult ghoul, but the child ghoul I will roll with. Perfect. And I have disadvantage, but I've already rolled a 1. The child ghoul starts to run away.
Nice.
As the child ghoul starts running away, you can take a free attack against it if you want.
Oh. Kill a child with his back turned to me?
I mean, we got to take him out.
Yeah, fuck it.
Plus, he's got that blood in him. We can get another vaccine.
Yeah, true. All right.
You can roll 2 times on the d20 roll to hit this child ghoul. 14. Attack of opportunity.
3.
Okay, 14 plus 6 is a dirty 20. You absolutely are hitting d12 plus 5 damage against the child ghoul.
11.
11 plus 5 is 16. As the child ghoul runs away, you just hack along its back, splitting it in half. The 2 halves of the child ghoul fall Darth Maul style, just flipping through the air, splatting onto the ground. And then you hear in your mind a voice, Norm, and it's a much younger child, a much smaller child. Thank you. You saved me.
This happened again.
I'm free now. I'm not a ghoul anymore. Thank you. I can go on to what's waiting for me.
So that's the other child.
Hank
Where's
wants
my
that soul.
friend? Where's my friend Andrew?
Hank's
He's
fucking
a zombie.
He's jonesing
Why is he
for his
not
soul
up
right
here?
now.
I can see the light, but I don't see my friend. Where is he?
He's in hell.
He's in hell? Why? Why?
Yeah, because Ehrlich put him there.
He's hanging out with the demon.
Yeah, no, Ehrlich.
Who would have done something like that?
Ehrlich did something that we knew was going to come back to bite us.
Oh, no. And
Well,
he's
he wants you to
really
hang out with
upset.
them.
Let me
He's
see
probably
how
just-
upset he is. No, he's actually... Okay.
And he's dead. Who gives a fuck?
Suddenly, you see the ethereal shape of a ghost hovering over this ghoul, and then suddenly it starts to corporealize. Other people can see it. You break free your paralysis, and you realize you and your hippo can both see this ghost. It flits towards you, kind of like Ghost of Christmas Past style, and as it floats up to you, this little kid goes, "Where's the guy? Where's the guy who sent my friend to hell? I want vengeance on him."
Yeah.
Do you point him in a particular
Oh, yeah, no, I'm
direction?
like, yeah, it was Ehrlich.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's he look like? Do you tell him what he looks
Yeah,
like?
he's got purple hood.
I
Absolutely.
thought we weren't going to turn on Hank.
I'm not turning on him, but he asked me a question. What am I supposed to say?
This is just remembering a fact.
Right, I'm not
Okay.
saying anything. I'm just letting him know.
This ghost
Do you not
kid
want me to say that?
is going to go right before your next turn, Norm.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna have to deal with this kid instead of helping you guys.
I just saved Donnie's life. You said I couldn't do shit.
And that will be...
I'm trying to,
No, you're fine.
the
Far
quest.
be
Totally
it
fine.
that you
So-
have consequences for your actions.
So far,
Again,
you have
actions
killed
that were
like
meant
2
to
goblins
help
and
the
ghouls
team.
and saved my life, and Hank has just sent 1 kid to hell.
Yeah. Who then is coming back to get us?
Well, that guy was the one that damaged you. I killed him.
No,
welcome.
I have not gotten any damage. Just
I was
a heads
talking
up.
to Garbacool.
Okay. Sorry.
And that'll bring us to Wayne's turn next. Wayne, there's 1 ghoul left. What would you like to do?
There's 1 ghoul left. Am I in the room with the ghouls?
You are not in the room with the ghouls. You are also, sorry, there's 1 ghoul up ahead who they are still fighting, who's going to probably go after Norm because he went
fine.
reckless.
I can handle
But you also know the ogre and the goblin are about to try to turn on us. What would you like to do about that?
That's a good question. I have a bunch of stuff I could use here. I could do hideous laughter.
Yes.
You could also come and finish off the school.
Is
Ehrlich
that
can
possible?
handle it.
You could definitely go to finish off the one ghoul left.
And then Erla can just catch up, just like I'm
right,
doing, like on my own.
100%,
Never mind.
yeah.
Or I could disguise myself to look like the child that he just sent to hell, and I could just haunt him.
That's true.
And remind him of everything that he's done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I'll kill you.
You're gonna kill me?
Whoa, we have a
look like
truce.
the
We have
child.
a truce.
All right. You know what? I want to kill Hank. He just said he was going to kill me. I have to defend
I was
myself.
saying if you
No,
got
I'm
disguised as a
I have
child.
to stand my ground. You just told me that you were going
Or
to kill
do you
me.
look like if you look like
You
an
gave it
enemy, I'm
away.
going to kill you. You said I want to disguise
You gave
myself
it
as an
away.
enemy,
Then let him
and I
deal
said
with
if
the
you
ogre.
look like
Hey,
an
whose turn
enemy,
is it, Ehrlich?
it's your turn.
Thank you. You know what I'd like to do? Remember this. I'm not going to attack you. I want to do hideous laughter
Yes.
at the ogre and the goblin so that me and my good friend Ehrlich can make it into the next room where nobody will turn on him.
Absolutely. If you do hideous laughter and they fail their saving throw, one of these 2 enemies will be taken out of combat for good until they pass the
That was
saving
a
throw and
solid
stop
friend
laughing.
move.
Yeah.
Who would you like to target? The ogre is easier. You
Yeah,
can tell.
I'm going to take the ogre out.
Absolutely. Let's see how the ogre can do.
Do I tell them a joke? How does this work?
What do you say to make him laugh?
I say, hey ogre, have you heard this? Have you heard about this one? Have you seen the news? What's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea?
What?
I can't pay $20 to have a garbanzo bean on my chest.
And you see the goblin just start to like shake her head, and she's just like, and she whispers in his ear. Immediately he starts bursting out laughing, and because you did vicious mockery to him, he has disadvantage on this because he hasn't done any rolls since vicious mockery. So I'm gonna roll 2 times, take the lower number for him. That is, I'm gonna take that one because that's a -2. That's an 8. That is a failure. You mean
I didn't like your joke.
You mean poo-poo. He's very like of the slapping his knee.
He doesn't
The
get
goblin
it.
is-
He doesn't
yeah.
get it. He doesn't get it. He's not a good audience. He's woke.
He does not seem to really get it, but he is bellowing out his laughter, and it's filling up the woods right now. Let me just see if anybody... No, nobody comes bothered by that noise, but you can tell he's not able to fight anymore. The goblin is freaked out. She's like, Mogra, come on, Mogra. She starts to shake him. She's not able to get him to stop laughing, and you can tell she doesn't want to attack us without the ogre's help. She is too scared of you now. Well done.
Good.
Now that is your action. You can use your move if you want to move anywhere, and you can use your bonus to inspire somebody here, or give somebody a healing word if you want. Healing word would restore hit points, whereas inspiration would give somebody a bonus on a particular roll.
So where's Donnie at right now?
I think
Are
I
you
only
still
have
paralyzed?
19
he's
health
half
points
paralyzed.
left, right?
He's
That
half
is true.
paralyzed.
He is. Well, he's not paralyzed anymore. He broke free of that.
Okay.
But I'm still very sick.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
But I'm here to help you.
You
bro.
can give him the
Yeah,
healing
yeah.
word, or you can give somebody inspiration.
I'd like to give you inspiration, Tim. Can I do that?
What?
Like, let's go. DM.
You could give inspiration to the ogre or the goblin, but they're not on your side
Okay.
right now,
All right, all right.
unfortunately.
I just want to gas
could
you up, Tim.
You could inspiration the ghost kid who is floating around. Those are the people I'm in control of right now.
What about the ghost kid that's in hell? Can I bring him back? Can I
Yeah,
inspire
I'll
him
let
to
you
break
inspire him 100%. He's still
mistake. It's a mistake.
aware a little bit. You give him inspiration. I'm going to let you roll a d20 to see if you can free this kid from hell. Whoa! Hey, that's a really good roll with a 19 plus whatever bonus you would add to this. I'm going to say
kid's gonna be pissed.
You pulled it off. I need you to take away those 9 hit points, Hank. You do not have those anymore. The
Wait.
kid has been freed.
So wait, just I'm just catching up here. So I've killed 2 ghouls and a zombie, and Hank has killed no one now.
I mean, he has killed a zombie that was containing the soul of a kid. The zombie's not back, but the soul that he claimed is no longer claimed. And his patrons, your patron's pretty mad right now. He's like, what happened?
I just couldn't look myself in the mirror not being able to save this kid.
And suddenly you get this vision of this kid flying up to Mount Celestia. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. And he
he's with his friend Andrew.
His other friend. Yeah. This is Andrew, who you just saved, and his friend Mikey, and him embrace in Mount Celestia.
Hell yeah.
And
what a great story.
Do you want to try to get this ghost kid no longer chasing Ehrlich, or do you want to tell him that he still has to chase Ehrlich?
You know what? We're on the same team, Ehrlich. I'll tell him, hey, back off. I'm sorry, my friend's got an addiction. It's not like him doing this. It's the disease that he carries with him.
Absolutely. You see these 2 kids celebrating on sunny pastures, and they are like, thank you, we're together again, you freed us, we appreciate it. He's no longer seeking vengeance against your warlock friend. Well done.
Huge.
Excellent. That is a big, big win. And that is your third use of inspiration. You have 1 more use of inspiration today before it runs out. But very good turn, Wayne. That is going to bring us to Ehrlich's turn.
So let's take a quick break for an ad.
Before we finish up with D&D, it's brought to you by Coors Light. Everyone thinks about the day that they'll eventually get to retire and enjoy all the freedom that comes with it. But who says that we have to wait decades before we get to kick back and chill out? Take advantage of that free will. Spend the summer chilling like a retiree. And pair those moments with Coors Light, the beer that's made to chill. I'll tell you what, retirees haven't made. They get up, go play golf, come back, have dinner at like 4:30, chill out with a Coors Light. It's the beer that's made to chill. It pairs well with the retired state of mind. The mountains on the bottles and the cans even turn blue when your beer's cold, so you know when it's time to grab another. I'm rocking my Blue Mountains on my shirt right now. Might have something special coming for you guys. Another piece of summer leisure wear that might be dropping soon. Keep your eyes peeled for that from our friends at Coors Light. Perfect for all your summer plans or lack thereof. No judgment here. The mountains are so blue this summer. Absolutely love a daytime baseball game, Blue Mountain. This summer, chill like you're retired with Coors Light. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door, Drizzly or Instacart, by going to CoorsLight.com/take. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. We're going to get back to Dungeons and Dragons in a second. It's brought to you by Body Armor. It's the official hydration partner of Part of My Take. We love Body Armor. You can find it on Amazon. I love the strawberry banana. Love their strawberry banana flavor. And one thing that you can count on with Body Armor is that it's a sports drink that will help us stay hydrated throughout our longest quests with the biggest guests, packed with electrolytes and no artificial sweeteners, flavored or dyes. Body Armor sports drink hydrates today's athletes or Dungeons and Dragons players during competition, and more importantly, us during interviews or table-based role-playing games. We love Body Armor. Buy some Body Armor today on Amazon. Buy Body Armor. It's on Amazon. You can find it in stores too. But tell you what, I've actually started ordering drinks to get shipped to my house, whether it's Body Armor, whether it's just something that I'm having in the morning to get me going before a workout. I'm now doing the Amazon thing where I buy all my drinks online. They show up at my door. My fridge is always stocked with Body Armor. Buy Body Armor now on Amazon. Get it delivered to your house. Body Armor is the best, and they keep us hydrated. And now, more Dungeons and Dragons.
Ehrlich's turn.
Back from an ad. With the soul coming back from my demon's house and into Mount whatever you call it, Vesuvius.
Yep.
My demon's house, a.k.a. hell.
Does that mean that I don't have my boosted powers?
You don't have. Still have your normal powers, but you don't have your boosted hit points or any other special gifts.
Because I was gonna use that to take out the ogre.
Well, the ogre's on the ground laughing uncontrollably. I took him out.
The ogre is not fighting right now. It's true.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And the goblin isn't fighting anymore now that the ogre has been neutralized.
But just a heads up, Hank would have.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
So are they completely removed from the equation? Or
until the ogre passes a saving throw, which he gets to do at the end of his turn.
Okay.
So then I would like, I guess, I mean, we can use my skill, do some investigating, look up ahead.
You can tell up ahead without an investigation check. They're still fighting one ghoul left.
So I should go up there and help them out.
Absolutely. You can see down that tunnel, the one ghoul is about to rush up to Norm, and you can fire Eldritch Blasts, pew pew, at this guy, or you could launch a more powerful first, second, or even third level spell. What would you like to do?
I would like, well, yeah, I mean, I'll send a fireball if that's an option.
You could send a
Send a level
fireball.
3 fireball.
Here's the problem. Unlike Cake the Wizard, you cannot avoid friendly fire when you launch fireballs. If you launch a fireball into these tight quarters, you'll hit the last ghoul. You'll also hit both of them and the hippo mode.
Don't do it.
It is more powerful than your Eldritch Blasts, though.
That's fine, Hank.
Well, I'm
No, I'll
only
do the
at,
Eldritch Blast.
Absolutely, 100%. Your Eldritch Blast, ultimately the total damage would probably be, more or less the same as long as you hit with both of them. You fire off these beams, and your patient says, I'll give you the Eldritch Blast, but I expect souls in the long term. And
Trying.
Part of addiction.
roll a d20 plus 5 to see if you can hit the ghoul.
16.
16
Nice.
plus 5 is a 21. Let's just roll that second attack right away, see if you pull that off too. 2. Oh, I'm sorry to say that second beam is not going to be hitting. But you can roll for that first beam a d10. It's kind of shaped a little bit like the d8, and it's got a 0 somewhere on it. That is the 10.
8.
8 plus 3, I believe, is what you have. So that is 11 points of damage on this ghoul. It's exactly halfway dead, but unfortunately not completely dead just yet. It is close, but not quite dead, and unfortunately missed with the second blast. Did you want to put a hex on this ghoul for additional damage as a bonus action?
What if I use Lola the Imp to attack?
Oh, yes, you could. You can have Lola fly forward. Since you haven't done anything with Lola yet, she could be invisible right now. You have her fly forward, cackling. She lands on this ghoul, and she can sting the ghoul if you want. You want to do that?
I would love to do that.
She would have advantage because she's invisible. Roll a d20 plus 5 2 times.
That's a 10. 11.
11 plus 5 is a hit with a 16. Now, here's the good news. She's going to deal 1d4 plus 3 damage. The bad news is ghouls are immune to poison, so no additional poison damage. But that'll be the d4, the pyramid-shaped die, plus 3. That'll be whatever number's on top.
4.
4, there you go. Plus 3 is 7. That is enough to finish the ghoul off just barely.
Way to
She
go.
stings right through its neck. It slumps to the ground, starts to get up again. She keeps stabbing it through the neck again. It slumps to the ground again, and she just keeps finishing it off finally. Last ghoul is down. Well
Congrats,
done.
Ehrlich.
guys.
You killed a
Shout out
ghoul.
Lola.
Your first
Shout out
ghoul.
Lola.
Well, no, I have
his,
2.
His imp killed the ghoul,
Yeah,
not
that's true.
him.
And then Lola the Imp looks over at Mode, and she just kind of puts up a little fist to give him a little pound.
This is beautiful.
Would Mode give a little pound back with his...
Yes.
Absolutely. The hippo and Lola kind
Pounds
of
the
giving each
nose.
other
A little
fist
boop?
bump. Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then she tries to go like, ah! And like tries to, as soon as she realizes he's friendly, tries to hop on his back. Do you allow her to do this? She's a little winged imp.
Well, I mean, if she has wings, I don't know really why she needs to hitch
She
a
doesn't.
ride
It's
on
totally
Mode.
gratuitous.
But there's room.
Absolutely, there is room. She's
There is
very
room,
tiny.
and I don't want to get on the imp's bad side, so I'm gonna let her perch on the hippo with me.
Absolutely. She perches on the hippo's back and she grabs Mode's ears and starts like playing with
Yes.
them a little bit in a slightly annoying way. But Mode just rolls their eyes a little bit
Yes.
and doesn't seem to mind.
It's like
too
how
much.
in Africa there's always like a bird riding on the back.
Yeah.
Very
of, like-
much so.
of, like, an
Absolutely. Yeah,
elephant.
it's like perched right on the
Okay.
head.
Right.
And you just see the scorpion tail that this imp has sort of like massaging along the head. Like she's like, I
Yes.
could sting. I won't, but I could.
Tim,
And-
I have a question.
Yes.
Obviously, this is about protecting my friends, making sure they're safe. But what's up with this dead soul?
This dead soul? Sorry?
The was it the
It's gone, man.
ghoul
It's gone.
that just
It's
died?
gone. Andrew,
Let it
he's
go.
up with Mikey.
Only the kids have souls.
Mikey was the ghoul who got killed and went to Mount Celestia, and then Andrew was the zombie kid you killed, and then you had reaped his soul until his soul got freed,
But
essentially
this
by the
ghoul I just
inspiration.
killed, no soul.
No soul. I mean, it did have a soul, but it's been a ghoul for so long, and it wasn't a kid, so it didn't really
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
So little-
That's not. I wasn't worried about that.
Little
anyway.
trying
Oh, I'm sorry though. You did kill an enemy, so you did reap a soul. You you get 9 hit points
He's looking
for
for
that, actually.
he's looking for a fix.
And your patron is
got it.
like, well, that person when they were alive was kind of a shitty individual. About typical to end up here. And you hear someone grumbling in the background like, where the fuck is where's the fridge around here? And you hear your patron go, there's no fridge. It's hell. Go burn in the fire. And you hear this guy like, all right, fine. And that guy was apparently not very nice when he was alive as a human.
Relax, Hank. It's a little early in the day for souls.
Absolutely.
You've had a lot of souls.
I was just curious. I don't even want it.
You're sold out.
And if you need it, you do have those 9 hit points that your patron just gave you for reaping the soul of that individual. But Ehrlich, great turn. That is going to bring us to Gargable's turn. Gargable, what would you like to do? The ghouls have been defeated now. And actually, it's perfect that it's your turn because right now, there are no enemies. There is the locked door that we passed by. But then we also know there are many tunnels, and we don't know which of them are real or which of them aren't. You could use your bonus action to make a survival check to tell which way you could go from here, or you could double back to the locked door, whatever you'd like to do.
I'd like to keep working my way down the tunnel.
Absolutely.
And can I also tell Hank that the imp is now mine?
Yes, you
Ehrlich?
can say that. 100%. Yeah.
Your imp is now mine.
Is that
Yeah.
how that works?
Yeah, you just got cut.
Can I do
the imp
that?
says, yeah, totally. But you know your imp is lying. That's not really how it works. But you don't know. He's stronger than your imp. He could grab your imp and just like crush it. Like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be just sweet
That's
to
fine.
have
You can
like a
think that.
flying
That's cool.
animal. And is an imp an animal? It's a
An
it's
imp
a
is not
humanoid?
an animal. An imp is a
Okay.
kind of little demon creature, a
Okay.
devil that sits on your shoulder. The moment you say this imp is mine, and the imp goes, oh yeah, totally. She flies up and lands on your shoulder and says, listen, I give great advice. You should listen to what I say, and I'm going to help you out. We're buddies now.
Okay, so we're gonna do that survival check to figure out which tunnel to go down.
Roll a d20 plus 6 to see if you can figure out which tunnel is real and which are dead ends.
12.
Hey, plus 6 is an 18. That is enough that you can tell a couple of things. First of all, most of the tunnels here are dead ends, except for 2. You were coming from the east, and now you know 2 tunnels go forward. One is a tunnel to the southwest on your left-hand side. That tunnel goes on for a long time, and you can see lots of footprints come and go from that tunnel. And then on the right-hand side, on the northwest, there's one set of footprints. They're not zombie footprints, they're not ghoul footprints, just shoes that go up a set of steep stairs on the right-hand side, on the northwest.
We're gonna follow the one set of footprints.
Okay, absolutely.
Yeah.
You start to go up these steep stairs. You think you're going forward 10 feet and then up like 20 feet up these steep stairs, almost like a ladder, and you find yourself reaching a solid doorway. You're surprised because it has a lock on it, but the lock is not locked, and there's like iron bands on this door. You would almost call this like a vault door, kind of, but it's not locked right now. Would you like to pop this door open?
Yeah.
So you pop the door open, and in this small room, you see 3 things. One is a window against a wall that is shaped like an arrow slit, perfect for you to take a position at and shoot down into a much larger room. And you can hear just barely a voice coming through that window of someone, yes, skeletons, yes, work faster. And then you also notice in this room 2 identical chests that are locked, one on the left, one on the right. What would you like to do here? Still got your action.
Okay, do I have any way to open the chest?
You could try to pick the lock. That would be a d20 plus 3 for you, and you know you need to get at least a 15 or higher, so not that easy.
Okay.
Or you could just run over and try to bust the chest open with an athletics check, or use your sword to hack it open. You can even have your hippo rush up and knock one of the chests open if you wanted him to.
I feel like a hippo walking on a chest. That's
Absolutely.
gonna snap.
100%. The hippo would be very good at this. Do you want the hippo to charge the chest on the left or the chest on the right?
The one on the left.
The one on the left, absolutely. Your hippo charges that chest. Roll a d20 plus 5 to make sure your hippo can hit that chest with full speed at its weakest spot.
13.
13 plus 5 is an 18. That's a solid hit. Roll 2d6 plus 3. As long as you can get a 8 or higher, you break enough of the lid to reach into the chest. 2d6
Is this
plus
the
3.
D6?
That's the
Yeah,
d6.
okay, yeah.
Bingo. 5 so far is great. Roll another one. So far you dealt 8 damage. Boom, 9 points of damage. That's enough that you don't completely break the lid off, but you break a hole in the lid. The hippo runs over, chomps the lock off the lid and breaks the whole locking mechanism off. There's now a hole in the lid. You can see gold and gemstones. You think there's 1,000 gold pieces worth of treasure inside of that chest. And you now can reach in and start taking all the gold out if you want to with your action, or you can do something else in this room. But so far the hippo has used his turn. You've got your action now.
Okay. Now, you also said there's that window with the arrow. But if I shot an arrow through that, would that alert the person in there?
It certainly
of
would.
My presence?
But right now you do have the element of surprise. You think whoever is talking down there is not looking up at the window at the moment. They're like 20 feet below you right now.
Okay.
Can I throw some out there?
Yeah.
So gold in one chest. Do we think there's something more important in the other one?
Yeah, I mean, like, is gold of any use to us?
We can bring it
chill out
back
with the
and buy
souls,
healing
Ehrlich.
potions, magic
down.
weapons. With 1,000 gold, you could do a lot.
Okay. We're going to share the gold. Can I take a swing? Can I send the hippo at the other chest? Or no,
You
I
can't
have to
send
do
the
my
hippo,
own?
but you could take a swing at the other chest.
I
Definitely.
feel like that chest might have something we really need.
I'll take a swing.
Absolutely. So you're just walking up to the chest. You're going to smash it open. Roll a d20 plus 6 to see if you can smash the chest open. You hit it as long as you get a 10.
7.
Oh, is that a 7?
Yes.
Plus 6 is a 13. That's still a hit on the chest. Congratulations. You can roll 1d6 plus 3 damage.
Remember, I'm right behind you, Donnie, so
I need a 6.
we can deal with this window.
Yes. Now, the gold is probably what the ogre and the goblin were looking for, maybe.
Yes, they were saying they were looking for treasure. Yeah.
4.
4 plus 3 is 7. You deal 7 points of damage. You start to hack the chest open, but you're not completely breaking through the lid just yet with 7 points of damage. You just need to hit it one more time. Roll another d20 plus 5 because you do get 2 attacks on your action.
16.
16, you
Okay, nice.
absolutely then strike the lock and locking mechanism off the chest. It breaks open, and you can see the chest on the right is filled with rocks for some reason.
damn it, Big
Just
Cat.
ordinary
No, no. Fuck.
rocks.
Okay.
And that is when you notice that this chest is part of the floor. It is installed into the ground, and you're only noticing that because just below the chest you think you can hear like little wheels turning, and then you realize it must be a pulley system because in the wall next to you there are more wheels and gears turning, and then you realize they connect to wheels and gears in the ceiling, and that is when you look up and realize what seemed like a secure stone ceiling has wires holding rocks
booby
in
trap.
place. Ba-ding, 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 ba-ding. Suddenly the wires begin to break. Booby trap! This room is collapsing in! I need you to roll a d20 plus 5 because you're
sorry,
actually
Donnie.
very
I'm
good at
sorry,
this.
Donnie.
It's okay. You've already saved me
Jump
once. I'm sure you'll
free
save
of the
me again.
collapse.
Roll a d20,
D20 plus 5, you need a
or
13
else the entire
or higher.
ceiling's going to collapse on
Or
me?
else the whole ceiling's going to fall on you. Or at least most
Okay.
of it.
Fuck.
I can hide underneath mode.
Are
but-
you using mode for cover?
I mean, I feel like that would 100% kill mode.
That would,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I need
So,
to roll higher than a what?
You need to get a 13 or higher. I need you to tell me in advance, are you using mode for cover before you roll? Because mode will give you advantage on this. You'll get to roll 2 times, take the higher number, but that's sacrificing mode. Otherwise, you need to roll and mode needs to roll if you're both trying to jump to freedom.
I think we got to sacrifice mode.
Oh no.
You're right.
Are we going to need mode? I don't know.
Mode served a valuable purpose.
Well, you got Lola on there too. You're just taking her out
That's
as well.
true.
Yeah.
Lola is on here and is going to need to make a jump for it.
Can they all jump underneath Lola?
They could, yeah. If you jump under a mode, then Lola will do the same.
But no, could Mode and Donnie
No,
both cover
Lola
under
is
Lola?
Lola's too small.
You can cover up Lola, but Lola can't cover up you guys. She's too tiny.
Okay. I'm gonna hide under mode.
You're gonna hide under mode. Please
Yeah.
roll with advantage, and I'm gonna start rolling damage. 11 so far, plus another 6, 17 damage is gonna finish off mode. But let's see if he is saving you from that
It's all
damage.
my fault.
Fuck.
Then you get another roll.
A 7.
It's another roll thanks to Mode now.
Thanks to Mode.
Do it for Mode.
Let's hope her death was not in vain. That will put me in a tough spot. All right, here we go. 11.
11 plus 5 is a 16. That's enough that you are not taking any damage, but Mode is crushed underneath the rocks. As you
R.I.P.
pick
Mode.
yourself up from under the rocks, you can see that the ceiling is now real. All these rocks have collapsed down onto you. Mode looks up at you, and Mode has never spoken the common tongue before, but Mode just and you know that Mode is like saying like be good as Mode then
Oh my god.
Heartbreaker.
now I need you to roll
Reminds
2
me of
times for
the
Lola.
never-ending
As long as
story
Lola
when the
doesn't
horse
roll
drowns in the
super
mud.
bad on this. She's
I'm sorry,
fine, though.
Donnie. I fucked this up.
Yeah, this is like Kentucky Derby.
13.
Yeah.
13
Bring the tarp out
already
for
good.
Mode.
Let me just see if she gets a crit.
5.
5. But
Have
with
you
the
seen that
13
scene, though,
plus 5
in
on
the
that and
Never-Ending
18,
Story?
suddenly Lola pokes her
sad.
head out of the rubble as well. And she says, well, so it goes. And you can now... Well, sorry, that was your action and Mode's action. So that is your whole turn then, Gargabool. And that is going to bring us... The ghouls are dead.
What did you think was better than gold?
I don't know,
like
dude. It
a
could have been
tool?
something that answered like all of our questions.
Super gold. Yeah, you never know.
Some sort of potion?
The ogre keeps laughing. The ogre is not breaking free of your spell. That's going to bring us to Norm next. Norm, you heard a collapse, and you're aware, Gargabool, you heard from the window, "What's that? What's going on up there in my vault?" And it sounds like someone down in that room beyond the window is angry.
Norm, I've got an idea.
Okay.
You know, Ehrlich's over here jonesing for souls. As the ultimate team guy, I would like you to kill me to feed Hank's soul habit.
Okay.
To make Hank even better.
I don't need
and
a
more
soul.
and more powerful.
Well, he needs to go to Peloton.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Can
I
he
offer up-
can he kill himself?
Can I offer up my soul?
Can he kill himself so I don't
make-
waste my turn?
Wait, can we put his soul inside my hippo?
Reanimate.
No.
You could. I'd let you roll for it. Yeah, totally. 100%.
Okay, so he'll kill himself.
You're killing yourself.
I'm
to
like
sacrifice
Christ,
your soul
yeah.
and to put your soul into the body of the hippo to save the hippo.
Yes,
Is that right?
exactly.
Absolutely.
To help the team.
Roll for that. This will be a religion check. Yeah. D20. Amazing!
20.
Unless you got a 20 or higher, gonna say absolutely nothing happened. With a critical hit, Wayne, you take your own sword, drive it into your own stomach, and we literally see your spirit leave your body, fly over to the hippo, enter the hippo's body, and suddenly, not only are you in the hippo's body, you wake up, and you can do all the things you could normally do. You can talk, you can cast spells, you can do everything. You're Wayne, but you're in the body of the hippo now.
Okay,
Congratulations.
So we should see.
And now my voice
Who would make a good hippo here?
my voice sounds exactly like Max, even though it's me.
Yeah, that guy.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd make a good hippo, Max.
You're now Max. You're over here
Yeah, you're a hippo.
as a hippo, as me being a hippo.
yeah,
Gotta give him a hat.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
I had
glasses.
sunglasses.
Wait, stand up. Let's see if you'd make a good hippo.
Oh,
turn
yeah.
around. Yeah,
I think
Yeah, I think
this
he's
might-
a good hippo.
Well, let's ask Tim. Tim, do you think that you've never met Max before, right? Do you think Max would be a good hippo?
I think that this is a juvenile hippo and not a full-size hippo, and it's a medium-sized character like all of us in this room, and so perhaps could qualify. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you're wearing a pink shirt too. It's perfect.
Getting the vibes. I love it.
Okay. All right. So we got our hippo back.
Absolutely. The hippo has returned, and that was on
So
your
now
turn, Norm.
so now, all right. So it's a room full of rocks.
Yes. So you know that there were 2 ways to go. He went up the stairs and the room was full of rocks, but you could climb over the rocks to get to that window if you wanted to.
Okay.
Or you could take the other tunnel that he did not scout ahead.
You tell me because I fucked you. So you tell me what we should do.
The other tunnel had a lot of footprints. I feel like we're gonna run into like a horde of ghouls.
Okay.
But I feel like that dude on the other side of the window could be a vital character.
Okay. All right. So let's do the window.
Absolutely. You climb up the stairs, you go through the open doorway, climb over all these rocks, and you get to this open window. It's narrow, but you could just barely try to squeeze through it, especially you'd be good at it because you're good at athletics. And you
Yep,
can see on the
that's a
other side of
fact.
this window a ledge with a ladder leading down 20 feet to a room the size of almost a football field, maybe like a volleyball court-sized cavern here, very long. And you notice at the far end of this cavern is a tunnel that must connect to the other tunnel you didn't take. So we didn't take the front entrance. We're looking down from the side
Going in the
window,
back
but
door.
you can see the front entrance. And you can also see another tunnel that seems to be on the other side of the room, and you don't know where that tunnel leads. But right next to that tunnel, maybe 20 feet below you, just ahead of you, is a human figure with a zombie on either side of him. And you see these zombies are swollen up with green gas inside of their body. They're kind of like stumbling around, almost rippling like big water balloons, kind of. And this human is wearing robes that indicate that he went to wizard school. He's still wearing his wizard student robes, but it's clear these robes are tattered. This guy got kicked out of wizard school, probably for performing necromancy.
Okay.
He's giving orders to the two zombies. Well, who's up there in that vault? What's going on? Wait, you! Who's that up there? Skeletons! And he snaps to his zombies first, but then he snaps to the skeletons, and you see 3 tables between him and the front door where skeletons are hard at work stitching zombies back together. All the skeletons look up at you. They begin to draw bows and knock arrows to point in your direction. And then he calls out, "Everyone, we have intruders!" And that is when we hear the locked door we never opened come bursting open, and we hear the roar of something that sounds like a very tired dragon.
Oh no.
Come roaring from that locked door behind us. Now,
So
it's
I
clear.
walked in on a scene. tonight.
Yes,
There's a lot
absolutely.
going on here.
And you can see this necromancer is about to run for the tunnel that you don't know where it goes, while he leaves his zombies and skeletons and dragon to deal with us. What would you like to do, Norm?
Okay. Do I waste a move if I can I beckon the whole crew to me?
You can, I would say, because they'd already that's a free action, totally.
Okay,
beckoning
so
the crew to
I
you.
want all my
you
boys.
call back to your team.
Yeah, I want Ehrlich, I want Mode the Hippo, I want Donnie, I want everyone with me. So we're like the Avengers, we're ready to
Yes,
go. Okay,
absolutely.
all right.
We're gonna
All right,
form
so we're
up.
all in the
Everyone's
same room.
gathering to where you are.
I feel that. I feel good about that. Okay. Let's talk this through. I think I have to go for the fucking main guy, the tattered wizard guy, right?
Yeah,
He controls it.
Do you have any stealth? Because I think he set up a defense where it's like you can't get to him if you try and just
I'll
bull
tell you
rush
this,
him.
it's-
But if you have some type of stealth,
It's too
can
late
sneak
for
attack 'em.
stealth, but if you were to jump through the window, you could feasibly land right next to the necromancer by jumping over his zombies. If you roll well, you won't take damage, and you'll land right next to him, and then you can still do an
Okay.
attack
All right,
against
so let's
him.
do that. Good call.
100%.
All right.
Good roll. D20, and you have advantage on this. This will be the rest of your move.
19.
19, already very
Yes.
good. Roll one more time just to make sure you don't critical hit, because I'll give you advantage on your
18.
attacks. Okay, with the 19 plus 6, that's a 24. You take no damage. You land right next to the necromancer. He's going, "What is my undead minion show? What the hell? What the fuck?" And as you land next to him, he didn't expect you to get so close so quickly.
Yep.
He says, "My undead will protect me." No. And he's trying to stumble away from you, but it's too late. You can go reckless against him, and you can roll 2 times on this next attack. Ooh,
That's bad.
it's not ideal. 3. So a 5, but you have a +6 on this as you swing your great axe down upon him with an 11 total. It's about to hit him on the shoulder, you think. He's trying to dodge out of the way, and then as it's about to hit his shoulder, mage armor appears on him. This illusory armor floats around him. This greenish armor appears as a shoulder plate and deflects the attack, I'm sorry to say, just barely. But you get a second
Valiant
attack.
effort.
You can roll again with your action 2 times.
16.
16. So far, so good.
12.
12. So we'll take the 16 plus 6 is a 22. You get him right across the chest this time. Roll 1d12 plus 5 damage.
Okay, let's go, boys.
Do it for Wayne mode.
10. Yes.
10 plus 5 is 15 damage against the necromancer. You think in a single strike, he may already be halfway dead. He roars, "Absolutely not! This is unacceptable!" But what he doesn't know is you're a berserker barbarian. You have a bonus action still.
Yeah, I do.
You could intimidate him, or you can take one more attack against him.
What do you guys think? Should I just fuck him up, kill him?
So, do we need to learn anything from him before he's killed?
Not necessarily. This guy is behind all the missing children, all the missing disappearances.
he's a bad dude.
We might want to interrogate him, but that's up to us.
Yeah, let's kill him.
I mean, yeah. Do you think if we kill him, all the other zombies are going to die?
I think so.
You think that might be the case. Being
Yeah.
an
Take
undead
out the
hunter,
queen?
Yeah.
you know
Hive
for
mind
sure.
mentality?
Okay, so what am I rolling here?
Final attack. You have advantage on this roll. 2 d20s and add +6 to the higher one.
13.
13.
2.
Okay, with a 13 plus 6 is a 19. You know that his mage armor and dexterity are not enough to protect him. You're swinging it right at his head. And as the axe comes down upon his head at the very last minute, he claps his hands and casts a shield spell that protects him, bringing his armor class up to 20 on the dot. You miss by just 1 point. He stumbles backwards and says, "Protect me, my undead minions! You dare hurt me? Your life force shall fuel my power, and your corpse shall serve in my army." And he is going to roll into initiative now. He did not roll very well, but what you can tell he is doing on initiative count 4 is he starts to conjure up dark energy in his hands, and he kind of makes the horns a little bit, and then suddenly his 2 fingers grow into vampiric fangs that he's trying to swing at your neck as though to drain your blood. But he doesn't get to do that yet. Wayne would be up next.
All right,
in
our
theory.
hippo, who's now hippo
Our
mode.
hippo would be up.
Yeah, all right, we need a big roll.
So the hippo looks up, and in theory, what would you like to do? You could jump through the window to charge at the necromancer if
I
you
need
like.
some help. He's about to kill me.
Yeah. I gotta come.
Absolutely. Please roll an athletics check for the hippo. That'll be a D20 plus 5.
Are
I
you
would
sure you
say.
don't have like any plans at the beach or anything?
I do, but I can skip it.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right, good.
it's
good,
fine.
Good,
It's
good,
fine.
good.
11.
11 plus 5 is a 16. That is just enough to take half damage from the fall. So it would just be half of this. 5 points of damage to the hippo is not enough to take the hippo down, though. You still have most of your hit points. You have about 10 hit points left still. So you land next to the necromancer. You're in melee with him. You can make 1 attack roll with your bite attack.
Can I throw this out there, Tim? So our hippo is kind of a special hippo, really good at kissing. So smooching.
Absolutely.
And he has the zombie blood on his lips.
That's true.
So do you think he could kiss this guy to death?
100%. If you try to kiss him, I say you can try to deal damage by kissing him, and you can try to deliver the ghoul blood to see if you can paralyze this guy, perhaps.
Kiss
if
him to
you
death,
roll
Max.
a very effective kiss attack.
I'm gonna kiss this guy so hard.
Absolutely. Kiss him as hard as you can. Full hippo brute force. This can't not hurt to get kissed by a hippo.
17.
Yeah!
It's a
My
great
boy
kiss.
kisses the
That's a
best.
great kiss. Great kiss.
Ooh, right against the necromancer's side. That is higher than a 20, even with his shield running. A 22 is going to be a hit against him. Roll 2d6 plus 3 damage, and I'm going to roll his saving throw. He's not paralyzed, I'm sorry to say, by your ghoul blood. He has maybe inoculated himself a little bit against it. But
Well, because when the hippo kissed me, that actually made me unparalyzed.
that's a very good point,
Yeah,
actually.
this
Yeah,
kisso,
yeah.
this kisso. They just called him a kisso.
So,
This
You can roll
hippo
that
kisses.
d6 2 times.
It would be a shame if whoever's editing this on the green screen just, made Max's face in a hippo's face. He just goes around smooching everyone.
Just got a 1
A 1 is a
come
bummer,
on,
but you get
come
one more.
on.
and a 3.
A 3,
Oh
so
my
4
God.
plus another 3 is 7 more damage against the necromancer. The necromancer is badly injured at 22 points of damage. Maybe 1 or 2 more attacks will
go.
finish him off, but he's
him to
not down just yet, nor is he paralyzed. And that is going to bring us to Ehrlich's turn.
All right, good
next.
kissing.
Demon
Ehrlich,
mode
what would
time.
you like to do?
I think we just got to take this guy out. I know that there's potential to cause some harm to the hippo and to Eldrick or to Norm, but I think we got to do the fireball. And just go for it.
Absolutely, you're going for the fireball, even though it's going to hit. To be fair, it's going to hit both of the zombies, but it's also going to hit Norm and it's going to hit the hippo. You're okay
We'll
with that?
kill him, right?
That's cool.
Absolutely. It probably not. The hippo I don't know about, but yeah, we'll see.
gonna
Now, the damage
hit the
you deal with a
necromancer.
fireball is not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, but 8d6. Would you like to roll
LeBron
that
on
on my
us there.
phone, or would you like to roll that on physical
I'll roll
dice?
him on physical dice.
Absolutely.
So what
Go
is he
ahead and
trying to
start-
get here?
In
20.
theory, to kill the necromancer.
Yeah.
First of all, I'll roll to see if the necromancer is taking half damage or not. The necromancer is not taking half damage. To finish
Okay.
off the necromancer, all you need is 8 hit points. You're gonna do it. But we need to see if you're also going to be killing the hippo or not. So, unfortunately, that's a d20. It looks like you're going to be rolling d6s. You're going to be
God,
rolling
so
8
twos.
of them. I would roll them probably 2 at a time or 4 at a time if you have enough. I got more d6s.
There we
here if I
go.
need them. There you
We
go.
got 4.
4, excellent. So add up all those and then do it again. Ooh, I see 2.
1, 6, 5, 5.
Okay, so 17 so far.
Come on, Ehrlich.
4, 6, 4, 4.
6, 4,
18.
4.
35.
18 more. That's going to be 35. The necromancer and his 2 zombies are obliterated. It's like a
Nice.
grenade went off. They go splattering across the room. However, and to be fair, the poison gas inside those zombies on a fireball burns up immediately. So your teammates are safe from that. However, Hippo, I'm going to need you to roll first a dexterity saving throw.
Question for you, Tim. So if we were doing stats at the end, that kill would be mine, right? Like I was the one who loosened the jar.
You definitely loosen the jar for
Okay.
sure
This
isn't
on
hockey.
that, 100%.
What?
This isn't hockey.
Well, I'm just saying I was the one who did the damage.
To be fair, a 35 would have one-shot the necromancer, to be
Okay.
fair,
All
but
right,
yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
all right, we'll let the people
You
decide.
tried.
Hippo, go ahead and roll a d20 plus 3. I'm going to say plus 3, because everything I've heard is hippos are very agile, so roll a
meanest
d20
you've
plus
Super
tried
3.
agile. Super agile.
All right, here we go.
6. I'm sorry to say is not enough. Even with the spirit of the bard infusing you, you explode and are slain again for the second
you killed
time.
the
in our
hippo.
adventure.
Hypothetically
Killed the
mean
hippo.
that I would then get the hippo souls
Yes, you
and the
do.
bard soul.
Yes, you
That's a
do
shame.
reap the soul of Ehrlich. And to be fair, you didn't get the original hippo's soul because that soul was already dead, but you got Ehrlich's soul because he was in the hippo.
So he
as
just
it
killed
were.
Max?
You
killed Ehrlich.
You killed Wayne.
Well, you killed Mo,
sorry,
the hippo.
I keep saying
Wayne
Ehrlich.
mode.
You're Ehrlich. You claimed Wayne's soul. Yeah. So Wayne's soul has now been. Your patron goes, gimme, gimme. Do you offer Wayne's soul to your patron?
I mean, I would like to give him an offer to negotiate for himself, but he left us. And
Yeah.
my guy is hungry. I'm kind of
Okay.
fiending.
Don't worry, I'll treat him very well, says your patron. And Wayne
Yeah,
is
send him down
slain.
there.
Yeah. All right,
See
that
you,
was
Wayne.
good job, Hippo.
Maybe most
Lasted
importantly of all,
all he did was smooch and then die.
He died twice.
Fitting.
Norm, can I ask how many hit points do you have right now? What are your hit points normally?
I have 64.
64. You can survive this. Then go ahead and roll 2 times because thanks to Danger Sense, you have advantage against fireballs.
So
roll
what-
2 times to see if you can take half damage,
What-
and you have a +2 on this.
What die?
D20. 15 is already enough, but let's see if you can crit.
12.
Okay, with a 17 total, you take half damage from that. So the only damage that you are taking, Norm, is half of 35, which would be 17, I believe. Yeah, so you take 17 points of damage. You are not dead, though. And you saw the necromancer explode. The moment that happens and his 2 zombies explode as well, you suddenly see all the skeletons who had knocked arrows and pointed them in your direction. One of them shakes drops his bow. His arms fall off. One of them falls over onto the table and collapses, and one by one they start to fall apart like Jenga towers. We can hear more skeletons from the locked room collapsing, and then we hear a creature getting closer and closer. A zombie dragon comes bursting into the room, lets out a roar, and then collapses dead to the ground right in front of Norm. Well done. We have defeated the necromancer of Lance Rock, everybody. We did it.
Holy shit.
We saved the kids as much as they can really
saved
be
the kids.
saved.
We saved the kids.
Oh, we just had to sacrifice a hippo and Wayne.
That was
That's
awesome.
a small price
We've
to
never
pay.
gotten to the end. What do you do now? Do we get like a prize?
In theory, we not only got to the end, we got to the treasure as well, because we found the 1,000 gold pieces that we're able to dig out of the room full of rocks now. And if we go down that other tunnel where the necromancer was going to try to escape to, we find an altar dedicated to the one-eyed god of death, Vecna. But also on that altar is his spell book. And you know, Ehrlich, that a spell book like that might be very valuable on the open market. Cake the Wizard would love to get that spell book. So he would find it the most valuable because he can copy all the spells from that spell book into his own spell book. But you also know that somebody would pay probably at least a couple hundred gold for that spell book as well. And you find that that altar was in his bedroom, so you can go through the wizard's bedroom if you want to find other embarrassing stuff.
love
of
it.
his. But you have defeated the necromancer.
Can
You did
we
everybody.
do one last thing? I know we accomplished this. Great job, everyone.
This is the first time you guys have actually
we've
finished
never
the campaign.
Absolutely.
Wow.
close. Just like outside of the game, can me and Ehrlich just go head to head with some rolls to see who would win a battle to the death?
100%, yes.
okay.
You just cast a fireball as the finishing blow, Ehrlich. That means that technically Gargable would be up next. Gargable, would you be involved in this
Yeah,
duel
let's do
at
a
all?
3-man duel. Just to see.
well, I'm kind of interested in taking the spellbook and learning necromancy myself.
Go ahead and roll a d20 to see if you can learn any necromancy yourself.
Picking up.
Well, yeah, you got to get mode back.
Yeah,
I could. Although mode exploded, can you bring an exploded
it's not
hippo?
impossible. Let's see how good at necromancy you are.
11.
11 is, I'd say, roll one more time because you got the spell book. It's giving you advantage on this. And you hear the altar begins to speak into your mind. I can offer you secrets. If you roll with advantage, it's going to be because the Lich Lord Vecna is helping you.
16.
16 is enough that by calling upon Vecna's help, you start to learn necromancy. Your hippo, he may live again in death. Wow. And you know you can call him back as a skeleton using just his bones. You cannot call him back as a zombie or a ghoul because there's not enough flesh left. Or you could call him back as a specter, a ghost of some kind. So ghost hippo or
bone hippo.
skeleton
Ghost hippo sounds
Bone
like a
hippo.
sick
Yes.
strand of weed.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ghost hippo.
Ghost
Then,
hippo
he can
appears.
pass
You
through
see
walls.
the shadow of your hippo suddenly peels itself off the floor and becomes 3-dimensional, and it spookily, like a Dementor, starts to like move around. And you know this thing can suck people's life force out of their body. Who do you send your ghost hippo after?
I mean,
I saved you a couple times.
yeah, you did.
a
You
few
also
times.
got me killed by
No,
telling me
no,
that
you didn't
to
get
open-
killed.
You got my hippo killed, and so the hippo's pissed.
Right.
And I mean, so this is not me, but the hippo personally wants to suck your soul.
Okay.
Complete sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing to do with
can
this. Just
suck
that's
and
what
kiss,
happened.
yeah.
Like,
Now, he's gone reckless on his last turn, so as your hippo comes slithering over, go ahead and roll 2 d20s and take the higher number to see if he can suck the life force out of Norm.
8. You're about to get slurped. Oh no,
It's a 6.
no.
Now, he has a +5 on that, so with an 8, the higher roll, +5 is a 13. Norm, what's your armor class? 15, I think.
15, yeah.
Just barely a miss, I'm sorry to say. You're trying to pull his soul out of his body, and ironically, it's his like thick barbarian skin that's protecting him, which I imagine just means that he's very stubborn and his life force is hard to slurp out of his body.
Yeah.
You're just like holding your breath, essentially, Norm, and avoiding this fate.
Too bad.
Yeah.
I'll remember
Close,
that.
but no cigar.
I just want to go. Yeah, I just want to go heads up with Ehrlich, like whatever, however it works.
Yeah, it's
roll
like the
for
end
roll.
of Rocky 3.
Yeah, roll for roll.
It would be
just see
your
who-
turn now, and then Ehrlich gets to respond. So you want to
Okay.
charge him and
Oh
swing at
shit!
him?
Yeah,
a
yeah.
duel.
You get to do 3 attacks against him, and I assume
Now-
you're going reckless
Oh,
still?
yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay.
Now, is
roll.
there any reason you're fighting him? Is it because you don't want to share the gold?
No,
Okay.
we accomplished our goal.
Yes.
Have you gotten
Now I
injured
just
yet,
want to see
Ehrlich?
him die.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when there's like a heist and then like at the end
Yeah.
they kill
Yes,
everybody
they
else
turn on
involved.
each other.
everyone.
Yeah.
Roll 2d20s for each attack.
Okay.
You get 3 of them in all.
14.
So far, that's a hit.
19.
Okay, definitely a hit on the first one. Just keep rolling d20s. I want to see how many hits you're going to get on Ehrlich.
19.
That's already a hit. Just make sure it's not a critical hit.
18.
Not a critical hit, but still a very good roll. And now your last attack.
Oh my
20 critical
god!
hit on the last one.
Dude's on fire.
So
That's
to
how you
tally
get
up the
hot.
damage, that's 3 hits, 1 of which is a critical hit. You're going to be rolling 4d12 plus a total of 15 damage. So far, Ehrlich has 15 plus
bullshit.
4d12. I'll write down each of the d12s as you roll.
7.
7 on the first one,
Fire.
2.
2 on the second one, 8 on the third one.
8.
8. Okay, so 16 plus another 7 is going to be 23, plus another 2 is 25, plus the 15 is 40. How many hit points do you have?
45.
45. You have 5 hit points left, Ehrlich. You got 5 hit points. And then it is your turn. Or, sorry, Wayne would. Wayne
He's
flits
out,
around.
yeah.
I'm just going to roll to see if he. Nope, he doesn't. He's just, no help comes from the afterlife. And to be fair, you have control. You hear tortured screams from Wayne. Ehrlich, what would you like to do?
I would like to send back a hellish rebuke.
Oh, yes, absolutely. As a reaction, before your
Fuck.
turn even starts, you do a Hellish Rebuke, make a dexterity save. You have advantage on this. Roll 2d20s, take the higher number. You need to get a 14 or higher on this.
15.
Fuck
15
you.
plus 2 is going to be enough that you are going to be
Your hellish
dealing.
rebuke did nothing to me.
Let's see. Your Hellish Rebuke is going to be D10s, and it is going to be. Go ahead and take this D10 and start rolling. It's going to be 3 of those in all, I believe.
One.
I'm going to double check that. For you.
7. 4.
4 of those, so 1, 7, and 4. That's 12 points of damage, I believe. And so 12 damage is not going to be enough to finish off Norm. I'm sorry to say.
Not even
That's gonna be
close.
29 points of damage. I'm gonna
Does he get weaker when he does the hellish rebuke?
No, it just eats up a spell slot. That's
Okay.
actually, that's your last spell slot.
Oh,
that
I wish
means.
you had
So,
more souls.
You do have your turn now. You only have Eldritch Blast as your powerful attack left.
All right, let's do that. Do I get the +9 because of the soul that I got?
You have 9 extra hit points, so you're actually not at 5 left. You're at 14 hit points left. So those extra hit points got eaten up, but you don't have 5 left. You have 14 left. And you can launch 2 Eldritch Blasts in his direction. You have advantage on each attack roll. So roll 2d20s for each attack and add +6 to whichever the higher roll is.
13.
13 is going to be a hit so far.
5.
Okay, so that's a hit on the first Eldritch Blast, and then roll for the second one.
5.
Okay.
Is it 9 or 6?
That's a 9, yeah. So 9 plus 6 is 15, and your armor class is 15 on the dot, I believe. That's just barely a hit. So I've just checked Hellish Rebuke, and there is actually a D10 I missed. So please roll another D10 for Hellish Rebuke, and then we'll see how much. Yeah, that D10, bingo. 4 more damage on Norm. So Norm, you're up to 33 damage now. And then each of your Eldritch Blast deals, I believe, 1d10 plus 3. Is that right?
Yep.
Excellent. So a d10 plus 3 for the first Eldritch Blast.
3.
3 plus 3 is 6 more damage. That's 39 on Norm.
7.
And 7, and then before the
Plus
before
3.
the plus 3, so another 10 brings Norm up to 49 damage. Norm, what hit points do you have normally?
64.
64. You're still standing with
Oh,
13
and
hit
it's my
points
turn.
left. Absolutely.
And he's got how much left?
Now, Gargable, it's technically your turn. Do you want to intervene in
Let's
this
just
fight
let's just
at
do
all?
1v1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the gold and leave.
Absolutely,
Okay.
you grab all the
That's
gold.
smart,
You
that's
start
smart.
to
Yeah.
get ready to leave. As you start to leave, I'm just gonna see how they feel about this. The ogre is still laughing right now. The goblin is saying, "That's our gold." What do you do or say?
I say, catch me if you can.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And
Roll a d20 plus 5 and just try to beat a 16, and you will run away
Okay.
from this goblin, no problem.
keep in mind, I am riding the ghost hippo like a magic carpet.
Roll with advantage on that then.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is this a D20?
That'd be a
Yeah,
d20.
I like that one.
19.
19, you escape. You are escaping
Ooh,
with
take
all
the
the
money and
treasure
run.
on your
Good for
ghost
you.
hippo. Well done, Gargabool. And that is going to bring us. Let me just see if the necromancer comes back to fuck
That's
around.
weird.
Nope. That brings us to Norm next.
Oh, it's
Norm,
my turn?
what would
And
you
how
like to
many
do?
hits points does he have left?
Not many. He's got 14 hit points
Interesting.
left.
Let's finish him off, Tim.
Absolutely. You can roll. If you're going reckless, you have advantage on this. Roll two
course.
d20s on your first attack.
15.
15 is already a hit. Let's roll to see if you crit.
15.
15, that's a hit against you. Roll a d12 plus 5.
2.
2. Ooh. 2 plus 5 is not quite enough. That's bringing him down to 7 hit points left, but you got to hit him with another attack, that means.
Wait, am I doing D20 or
Another d20. Yeah.
Finish him.
4? 7.
7 plus 6 is a 13. What's your armor class?
15.
15 is not a hit with that
Damn.
second
Let me
one.
see that.
Nope, just barely a miss. So
Studded
you got
leather.
one more attack as a bonus action. Got to get a 15 or higher.
Be a real shame.
4.
Oh,
4,
no.
uh-oh.
9.
9 plus 6
15.
is 15 on the dot. He's
Yeah.
got 7 HP left. As long as you don't roll a 1 on this, you're killing him.
Ho, ho, ho. Any last words, bitch? Any last words?
1.
6.
Fuck.
With 11 points of damage. That is going to finish off Ehrlich. And Ehrlich, I would tell you could Hellish Rebuke, but you're out of spell slots at this point.
Oh, that's a shame.
unfortunately.
Now, how does this work? It has been fantastic. If I kill the guy who killed the guy, I get all those stats too.
I mean, you are the last survivor here, so you get all the
I survived.
experience points.
Yeah.
Okay, you split the hit points between you, or the experience points.
But I
you
put up
split
the
between
numbers.
the two of you. Yeah.
I'm the Will Chamberlain numbers. And
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Tim, this has been awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you
It's
as
been a
always. Can you
delight.
shout out how people can find you as always.
Oh, 100%. I'm Tim with 2mswoods.com is where you can find all my social media. I just became friends with a bunch of D&D TikTok content creators, so please find me on TikTok and goose my numbers up so I can
Yes.
impress my friends. And otherwise, you can find me and feel free to reach out, and I will have to run a new adventure besides Necromancer of Lance Rock for the AWLs, but whoever signs up first will get the first to be in the new adventure
Yeah.
that I will be hopefully running for you guys in the new studio next
yeah,
time.
yes,
We'll see.
yes.
Yeah.
We will fly you out to
Absolutely.
Chicago
Yes, yes,
probably
let's do it.
around like Christmas time. We'll do another one.
Absolutely. I would
Yes.
love that. That would be a blast. Looking
Yes.
forward to it.
Okay. Well, Tim, thank you as always. Thanks for
been a
everyone for
pleasure.
listening.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
thank you
Tim.
guys. This
You wanna
is
say
great.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, numbers. Memes is in studio.
69.
Oh, there we go, PFT. Nice.
18.
I'm going with 77.
26. I'll go 21.
Sorry, Billy.
So we will be back on Monday. We'll be back on Monday with regular episode. I think we're going to run Sam Darnold on Monday. Great interview. Tight end you. Great interview. So yeah, this is our sending you into the weekend episode. Billy, what's your number?
Did 69 get taken?
Yes.
I'm going 76 for July 4th.
20.
Okay. Who took 77?
I did.
Okay. Memes. Have you ever gotten it?
No.
46.
Love you guys.